Welcome everyone to Palmerston Oval here for round 13 of the 2023-24 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League competition. My name's Liz Cruz. Joining me tonight, Tash Medbury. Tash, we've been here for a few hours. So.
Yeah, we have been in the Oval, to be completely honest, with all the rain that we've had in the last 2-3 days, and I think this is about the fourth game that's here today. So far, it's actually, we just played the game before. It's held up not too bad. Now, it looks like for the men's game, they're not going to take any concession to do with the mud, and they look like they're going to ball it up right in that mud, whereas in the women's game, they brought it to this commentary side, and they sort of kept out of the mud there. But it looks like for the men's, they're going in the mud pit, and it is very hard to run in there. You can't move, you can't go sideways, you get stuck.
Yeah, it was a really interesting women's game, but fortunately the rain held off, and hopefully it does for this game, because we are commentating from outside. But
yeah, if it's sideways, we're gone. If that rain comes, and it comes from that way as well. But yeah, it was a good win to the ladies Tigers team. Played very well, very strong, and you know, that's why they've got a lot of NT rep girls in the squad. Big-bodied and yeah, just well played.
Yes, but in this game, the men's game coming up, we've got Nightcliff Tigers, who sit second on the ladder, 8 wins and 3 losses. Palmerston Magpies, 9th on the ladder, who haven't got a win yet this year, but they've had a change of coaches during the week. We've got Benjamin Price coaching today. Yeah, Lee Crossman for the Tigers.
Yeah, big change during the week, and you know, everything. Josh chucked everything into it and really helped change and build the building blocks for the culture in the right direction here at Magpies, and appreciate everything that he done, and really supported the women's side as well. And I had a good relationship with him, but you know, need to get wins on the board these days, otherwise you're under a bit of pressure as a coach.
Yeah, so good luck to Joshy Heath in his future endeavours as we get the game underway here at Palmerston Oval. Going up in the ruck, it was Cox for Nightcliff. As you said, Tash, bit muddy in the centre there, but the ball's cleared out quickly. Putting it on the boot for Magpies, Yule, but cut off there in defence by the Tigers. Just trying to pick up the number.
Yeah, these jumpers, thank goodness they've got black numbers on the back of these jumpers, Liz.
Yeah, the last game was hard with the white numbers. So fast and furious now, and Nightcliff get the hands off, intercepted well, though. They're going to work it around and try and clear it out of defence, dropping the ball, though. There's been a free kick paid for a throw and advantage. So Tigers sending it inside. Cam Eilert unable to mark it, but he's gone back in and got the ball, getting it out to Brody Philo. He's covered in mud already. Cam Eilert again gets around, just the strength of him, sends that kick in, but it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in just to the right of their point post, Tash.
Yeah, it looks like Adam Parry back there, just trickled out in front of him. Still missing Ashton Hams, of course, which is a big out for the Maggies the last couple of weeks, of course, after the Christmas break.
I saw him just before the game with his calf heavily strapped.
So dangerous position, and a snap off the ruck, and it goes across the face. It manages to stay in, doesn't go out of bounds on the full, and now a boundary throw in deep in the left forward pocket here for the Tigers with another opportunity, Liz.
Yeah, Lachlan Tardrew just throwing it on the boot there, but unable to get a major. But yeah, like you said, on the other side of the goals, so it'll be a throw in.
Ruck set again, trying to get front position. Good work there to Cook. He's had a good season in the ruck.
He has, yep.
Hit out. Some Magpies will be happy if they can just hold this up and create another stoppage. The ball doesn't come out, and it is another stoppage. So right in the corridor there for the Tigers.
He's got a big ask today going up in the ruck against John Butcher with that AFL experience.
Especially in the forward line there, Butcher will go in the ruck. But well done, Cook again. Gets it out to space, but the Tigers here clean up. Another shot on goal. And this time it goes out of bounds on the full. So a free kick, and Philip Wills that played his 250th last week will have the kick in, and on captain duties as well. Kicks it and goes to that far side. In front there, Maggie's just works around Vanderson too easily there, and had a shot on goal, and it's gone through for a minor score. So the first score on the board for the Tigers. I think that was about their 6th forward entry so far in the game.
They rank 4th in the league at the moment for inside 50s, and 4th for scores per inside 50. So they're just going to pepper the goals today. Palmerston still looking for their first win this season. They bring it round the far side. Nice little mark there, bringing it down fast.
Oh, well done.
Running onto it was Edmonds. He played well last week as well, but that's going to go through for the Magpies' first score of today, and that is a point. But, yeah, the speed in which they brought that down, Tash, was fantastic.
Yeah, the transition there and the kick from Waters, it was Isaac Waters to hit Lucas Edmonds on the run. He didn't break stride and he could have that shot on goal. Unfortunately, through for a behind.
So Ryan Nyhouse now moving that ball along, finding a teammate there in Cooper Darms. He's had a great season. Darms going to go backwards to Nyhouse. Doesn't hit him on the full, but able to pick it up, drive it through the middle. He's got the runners there. Good sliding mark to Jackson Grundy in the mud, and the runners going past now, getting that ball out to Moody. Moody with the kick now, and it looks like Tardrew again. He's been busy early in this game. Little chip kick over the top to John Butcher, and he takes an easy chest mark on a slight angle, about 35, 40 metres out.
Yeah, I think the matchup, he's on that mark there, but definitely the size difference there. Butcher in front, very strong hands as well, so it was hard for the defender to try and get around and get a fist on that footy.
So John Butcher now takes the run up. He's been a fantastic player for the Tigers the last few seasons, and he's put that one through for a goal for the Nightcliff Tigers to get open their goal kicking and account tonight at the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. Yeah,
and again, we spoke about the Magpies transition, but great transition there by the Tigers, and on fire, number 29. Tardrew.
Yeah, he's had a number.
Yeah, he's probably had about 5 touches already. What have we gone? Nearly 4.5 minutes. So there's a touch per minute he's on track for at the moment.
It's a good stat. Yeah, Tardrew is from Victoria, first season here. He's played VFL for Collingwood, Essendon and Bendigo. He played 99 games for Collingwood in the VFL. So pretty handy stats those. Handy resume. And as we said, John Butcher, the former AFL player, has been fantastic and a premiership player for Nightcliff the last few seasons.
So back in the middle. So Cox against Cook. Oh, look at the mud. They finally pick it up. Handball to space. Good one-on-one contest out wide. Gets to the footy first here, the Maggies. Can they keep it in? No one to sort of handball there too. Numbers all for the Tigers, and the Magpies will be happy with the stoppage there on the far centre wing.
Yeah, just good pressure to take the play across the line there by the Tigers.
So they'll set here in the rucks. You can see Waylon Davey there, number 3, kicked a beautiful freakish goal last week, as he always does usually. Cook takes it straight out of the ruck, turns around on his left, kicks it forward, but just waiting back there for the Tigers was Moody. Tell you what, the Moody brothers have been great pickups for the Tigers this season. They come to this wing, and just breaking through the tackle there was Garnham.
Yep.
Kicks it forward, comes to ground. There's Edmonds, gets his hand to the footy. Waylon Davey tries to use his body in there. Getting in there is Scott as well. Comes out. Scott will probably get this. He does on the right foot, and he's drilled it. Great goal there by Scott. And the Tigers have their second on the board, but you just read that like a book. He was in the right spot, finally got the hands, and a great goal there from on the 45-degree angle, and went straight through the middle, Liz.
It was, and he was celebrating as soon as he kicked it. He didn't even wait for it to go through. Young Adrian, he's only 16 and he's played for the Tigers since he under 12s. He's part of the NT Thunder Academy under 16 boys team, and yeah, it's having a great season.
Yeah, beautiful goal. So I think Lippo Singer's missing today, so he's the X factor down there.
Yep. Adrian will fill that role well tonight. So 6.5, nearly 7 minutes into the first quarter. It is Nightcliff 2-1-13, leading the Magpies the one behind. So ball up in the middle. Gook tapping it down, no one taking possession. Now it gets smashed out by the Tigers, just sliding through that mud, picked up the handball by Cameron.
That's a sling tackle there, yeah, the free kick.
Play on, says the umpire, and Cooper Darms with the handball off, gives it off to Tardrew once again. He runs into goal. Goal umpire doesn't move. It's a third goal in the opening quarter of this game for the Nightcliff Tigers at the 7-minute mark to Tardrew.
And that man, again, Tardrew, just in the right spot at the right time, but just the effort in the midfield there. I know it was in the mud, but you've seen them go sliding in there. They wanted that ball more than the Maggies, and if you sort of look around in that midfield there, Liz, the Tigers players are a lot more dirty than the Magpies there with the white jumpers on. So
they are, and I think Rodney Bonson, the Tigers volunteer, will have good fun washing them.
Well, the good thing about them, they don't have too much white, but I tell you what, when you got the white stripes, it's very hard.
So back in the middle now, umpire Mark Noonan. He's umpiring his 349th game tonight, he tells me. That's 350 Premier League games coming up for him next week.
Yeah, I remember his 300th, actually. Been going around for a long time. Held without the footy there. I thought, let Maggie's try and get hands back, but under pressure, the numbers here for Tigers, well done again. There's that man, picks it up. The goal kicker gives it to Philo. Philo drills it in. It's nice and low, picked up. Tackle laid, but didn't hold the tackle, so it was play on. You can hear the crowd, but he needed to maintain that tackle. He didn't. Here's Magpies again under enormous pressure. There's Tardru, picks it up, I think it is, and he's kicked it. So I think he's got his second, and he is absolutely on fire to start this game. We haven't even gone 10 minutes in the first quarter yet. He's racking up the possessions, and he's got 2 goals. He
has, and you can see how slippery that ball is now coming out of the middle with so much mud on it, and it's wet mud. So they're doing really well, the Tigers. 4-1-25, leading the Magpies 1 behind at the almost the 9-minute mark of the first quarter out here at Palmerston tonight. Under lights, there's a good crowd in, a good Nightcliff crowd on one side of the ground, and all the Palmerston people on the other side, underneath the clubhouse up there.
Yeah, they don't really mix there when the opposition comes out. It's all the opposition one side and the Palmerston Magpies the other.
Just looking at the stats from last week, Lachlan Tardru was the highest stat getter with 43. So pretty impressive.
Jeez, it goes up into the ground, bit of holding. So again, the Tigers with the free kick. So not much going the way of the Maggies. So the free kick against Tyson Young.
Going to be hard to read those numbers soon.
And 50, so he's moved before the umpire said play on. So the 50 against Tyson Young. So that's going to march him within goal distance. It's a heavy footy, so it's going to be harder to kick long distance goals, but the man on the mark is going to be about 40 metres out. So this is definitely gettable.
So Lewis Rinaldi with the kick.
And I reckon he just nearly run across the mark as well there and nearly gave away another 50.
So kick it from just inside 50. Rinaldi looking for the Tigers' 5th goal of this game. Puts it on the right. Good looking kick off the boot, and they're celebrating already, the Nightcliff Tigers, with another goal taken out.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up who that player was, because a bit of mud on the back of the jumper.
It was Rinaldi.
It was Rinaldi?
Yep. So that score now, 5-1-31, the Nightcliff Tigers leading the Magpies, just the one behind at the 10.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Let's see young Waylon Davey running on in the number 3.
Yeah, and I like having him in the midfield as well. Just the young legs, he's strong, he reads the footy really well. And they really need to work on the young ones coming through in key positions. See Philip Wills down playing deep in the back line. Sort of what happens when you get a bit older. I've been playing fullback most of the season. This game was the first game I went in the midfield for the season. So the Magpies go forward. Good control of the footy. Couldn't quite pick it up there. The young fella in Carlton, Dallas. Colton, just good work. Ross gets it forward, lands in the dangerous spot. Players can't pick it up. Goes through everyone's legs. Coming through again the Magpies. Can they keep it in? They can. Get it back. Kick. I think that's gone, or it might have just bounced, and it stayed in. So Lucas Edmonds with that kick forward, and in the NT squad as well. I think he's the only Magpies player to be in the NT squad. Lucas?
Yeah, I got the list here, and he is the only Palmerston player in the squad. There's 5 Nightcliff players out there: Brody Philo, Ryan Nyhouse, Jay Moody, Cooper Darms and Adrian Scott, who are in the team for the Tigers. Yeah,
Edmonds has been a goal-kicking midfielder. He's kicked I think he's probably the leading goal scorer for the Palmerston Magpies from the midfield too.
So throw in now, tapped away by Gook, but taken out by the Tigers. Ryan Nyhouse leading there to the ball, but just hits him and goes across the line. So there'll be a throw in.
Yeah, I think it just knocked him on the nose there. I worked with his mum, Glenda, lovely lady.
Lovely people, the Nyhouses. Mick was running for the Div 1 boys when I got here today, always helping around the club.
Yeah, I think she was a timekeeper as well for that game, but yeah, they put a lot of effort in. So push there. Who's that going? Tigers?
Yeah, player.
No, Maggie's. So well done. So the free kick going there to Paige.
So big high kick. He played well last week too, Paige. I commentated their game against Tiwi. Tried hard all game. So another behind for the Magpies now. 5-1-31, Nightcliff leading the Magpies 2 behinds.
Kick out wide. Good contest there by Ross, I think that was out there. Just moving the ball forward at all costs, as you do in conditions like this. Lua just went without it. Goes back here to the Tigers. Oh, there's a player out. I think that's Kennedy.
Just a beautiful kick. Yep, hitting up Brett Kennedy. He plays on quickly. He's got players streaming down.
Yeah, went longer. Cameron Islet was on the lead. It looked like that he burnt him, but he saw the player out the back and a good option. I think that's Moody. Is that Moody?
Yeah, I'm just trying to pick up the Tigers team sheets had a few changes on it. Nice easy kick on goal though.
Yeah, he just pops that one through. So we'll watch. We'll watch. Here he comes. He's coming to the bench. So we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on that player there.
Haven't got the numbers on the front.
Yeah, the mud. I think the mud hasn't helped us here. So hopefully.
So Adrian Scott just coming back on. As
we just got
Tigers
the guys
extend their lead. Nightcliff 6-1-37, leading the Magpies 2 behinds.
So number 11, yep, Zach Moody.
Zach Moody with that goal. So 1, 2, 3, 5 goal kickers for the Tigers. Lachlan Tarju with 2 and the rest individual goal kickers. Umpire Mark Noonan just waiting for players to take position.
And it's so hard to get your feet over there, and just with the pushing, you just can't hold your feet, and you can see just their players going to ground, and the umpire's going to call that. And
they probably need to change it in the next quarter. Move that centre area.
Good tap forward. Oh, just smashing through over the top. The player coming through there for the Tigers.
Yeah, high tackle there now. So free kick will go to Tyson Young.
That was Michael Norton. Oh, Mitchell Norton. Jesus had a really good season. Great defender. The Maggies here with an opportunity. They need to make sure they get the next goal here. Scott just paddles it to himself. Tigers here with the run. Scott should get it back. He does. Got a bit of space in front of him. Oh, looks inboard. Had a player right in the corridor. And player out as well. Just caught the Palmerston defence. I thought that was chopping of the arms. Lucky there for the Palmerston Magpies. They look to transition the play with the switch. Out on the far side. Picked up the footy. Just sprinting away there was the Palmerston player and Gould. Get it forward, just at the half forward here for the Tigers. There's Waylon Davey. They need to try and get a stoppage here. Wait for the numbers. Now they've got the numbers here, the Maggies. They kick it into the forward line. Player couldn't trap it. Taken there. I thought that was a little bit in the back by Brownie, but umpire says play on, and here's the numbers for the Tigers. And Boyo, and a good smother there. Look at the effort. 1%ers there should lift his team. Again with the kick out. Gets it out of the defensive 50. Scott. Oh, look, he's just clean in this conditions. He's waiting for a runner. Handballs to space. Maggies need to trap it. Oh, good body work there. Just made the path for his teammate. Kennedy is getting there first against Lua. Diving on the footy was Brody Philo. Slid up with it. Maggie's here with a bit of time. Finally get the kick away. Waylon Davis should mark this. He does on the juggle. Only just gets the handball away to Edmonds. Edmonds will run to the 50. Comes off the side of his boot. Will say that he was passing. That puts it into the corridor, but he probably should have had a kick. But Cook couldn't take the mark, and the Tigers will transition here from half-back.
Yeah, that handball doesn't free kick target, but there's been a free kick. Boyo Peris picks it up and plays on quickly. So Tigers will take it down the far wing. Big kick. But there is a player out there for them. They're going to still work it down the wing on the far side. It's just going to go out in front of Rinaldi. Picks it up, puts it on the right, lowers his eyes, and he's hit up Cam Islet on the chest. Nice and easy. So Islet's right in front of the photographer there, Patch, who does a great job every week with some sensational photos. He's going to take his time and have a shot on goal.
Tell you what, one of the matchups that I'd like to see during this game, and we probably might see it, is Wilsey on Cameron Islet.
The ex-teammates.
Yeah, Wilsey playing down back and Cameron Islet playing up forward. Couldn't take the mark there. Tried to kick the ball forward.
So
I don't have a number 5 on mine.
It's down further, Cameron Wild. They changed numbers, but Philo now picks it up. He's had a shot on goal, but it's going to go across the face. So Cameron Wild it is in the number 5 with the bright blonde hair. And but Philo just missing that shot, and he's not happy about it either. So Nightcliff 6-2-38, leading the Magpies 2 behinds at the 18-minute mark of the first quarter, and Philip Wills brings it in to the near side to us.
Good mark.
Great mark to Peach, just over the top. He's going to keep moving it down.
Oh, it's close to the boundary line, and he nearly hit Kennedy on the chest that was waiting at the interchange gate, so the Tigers play on quickly. Looking to switch the play here to the fat side. I'll play it straight down his throat. Drew, the multiple goal scorer, just goes long into the corridor. Butcher at the front. Well done the Maggies there, but no crummers except for Nyhouse. Nyhouse gives it back to Drew, puts it forward, and Wild took out his own player, so it's play on. He just absolutely crunched his teammate there, but back in the corridor, and a snap on goal, and it goes through. So the Tigers have their 7th goal. I'll have to pick up who that player is as well. 27,
was Jackson Grundy, number 12. Yep, so another goal for the Nightcliff Tigers, and Cam Eilert, as you said, he's coming off now for a rest, but he just got absolutely crunched by his teammate, but he'll be happy that it was a goal. And Nightcliff now 7-2-44, leading the Magpies 2 behinds at the 19-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's 7 goals in the first quarter. Maggie's yet to score a goal. They've had it down there probably 4 or 5 times inside their forward 50, whereas on the other hand, the Tigers have had it well over 20 times. So just need to try and hold out this quarter here, the Maggies.
So there's been a whistle in the middle, umpire Mark Noonan.
Yeah, I think that's against the Tigers as well. So
he's having a good laugh and a smile there.
Yeah, there's 2 players. So I think that one went back, one left the midfield to go forward, and now one's come from the back line into the midfield. So yeah, total confusion there for the Tigers.
So Gook going up against Cox in the ruck. Gook taps it down to teammate there in Wise. He gets tackled, but Edmonds gets the handball off. Tries to get it back, but it goes out in front of him. He's got a bit of support there in Agnew. But
he tries to kick it off the ground again. No, he just gets it.
Yep, picked up now by the Tigers. Gets the hands off to Scott, and he's on the run. He gets a kick. Inside 50, he's got a big lead there. Butcher takes a great mark out in front, and you can see all the players tonight just drying the ball with their shirts, and Brody Philo is just absolutely covered in wet mud.
Yeah, he's and this is the first quarter, so everything's heavy, your socks, your boots, your jumper, your shorts, so it's nice and good to go. Is that he stuck it in? No, just missed it to the left. Willsey plays on quickly. Got runners out here. Mavros needs to try and keep it in. It's close to the boundary line and trickles over, so it'll be a boundary throw-in. About 70 around from the Tigers' goal. So right idea there, Willsey. Just get the ball moving quickly.
So throw in now, 21 minutes into the first quarter here. Tap by Gook. Ball hits the deck. Philo running in hard. Waylon Davey trying to pick it up now. Handball's over the top, but it's going to go across the line.
Yeah, good hands there by Waylon Davey. Tried to do the handball over the top to a teammate in Greek, but the boundary line beat him to it. And with that kick out, I reckon Philip Wills has hurt his leg. Yeah. He was clutching at his quad, and he's come off limping. So it's either a quad or a groin. Yep. When he done a quick kick out, and it went about 60, 70 metres, sort of holding the back, so he's glute or something. So that's not good news for the Maggies as the Tigers here come back into the forward 50. Butcher one-on-one, using his body, had to turn. Umpires letting it go, and no, Tigers. Mark Noonan is saying the free kick and 50 against the Tigers. Yep. So Palmerston Magpies breathe a sigh of relief there, and we'll get the ball into the middle of the ground. Not long left in this quarter, I don't think.
It was the correct decision by umpire Noonan, because Butcher wasn't facing the ball at all. It impeded the mark, as we see Philip Wills go for a bit of the walk out the back, and that's just unfortunate for Wills. He played his 250th game last week and has injured himself early in this game. So Palmerston now with the ball. Kick by Driscoll. Goes to the far side, goes over the top, trapped by Hucker. Little handball comes out players sliding, trying to pick it up, and it was the Tigers. I think it's Moody in there. Umpire lets it go on, tapped out of that pack. Grigg runs past it, and now they're pushing the ball forward. Players just sliding to ground, picked up now, handball by the Tigers, getting it to Brett Kennedy. Now Scott goes inside, takes a bounce. He's got no one behind him. He can run this in nice and easy and put it through for the 8th goal for the Nightcliff Tigers.
And his second.
And his second, as you said, Tash. So Adrian Scott, the score now, Nightcliff 8-3-51, leading the Magpies 2 behinds at the 23-minute mark of the first quarter.
Yes, Cameron Eilert comes on and looks like he's going to the midfield.
So they are just dominating in this opening quarter, Nightcliff.
Yeah, it's just
we expected it, but yeah, they've
probably expected them to be dominant, but was hoping that it wouldn't be nearly a 10-goal first quarter. And with 8 goals kicked now, there's probably a little bit more time on in this quarter as well. So we're already in red time, but yeah, 8 goals kicked in the first quarter.
And just looking at the stats from last week, Tash, as we said, Tardrew 43 possessions, Brody Philo with 37, Cooper Dahms with 28. So they've got those really high possession getters in the middle. And we expect to see them do that again today as they take it out of the middle there through Norton. Good work by Gook to intercept.
Yeah, Gook, but
gets dragged to the ground.
Just no help there, Liz, just to get around him and help try and win that footy.
So they're just kicking it in front of him now. Cooper Dahms gets it out to Butcher, who handballs over the top, the no-look handball. Now they send it deep inside 50. They've got players under there, Ryan Nyhouse and Adrian Scott.
Oh, here he is, the X Factor. Oh, has it got enough turn on it? It's close and just, just missed that. Geez, he was nearly in the grandstand when he kicked that.
He was very hard up on the wing as the scoreboard says goal, but it's not a goal. So Palmerston will bring it in. The score, Nightcliff 8-4-52, leading the Magpies 2 behinds.
Yeah, they've put it on as a goal as well. They'll need to take that one off. So kick it out wide here. So just forward to centre wing here, the Tigers, tracking it close to the boundary line and just pushed as he kicked that. So good pressure there by the Maggies. They're going to get the ball back here. And good work there by Hucker, I think that is. I need to put my light on because I can't see anything.
And we can just see the Magpies bench there working hard. Asham Hams in the glasses. He's out injured, the former West Coast Eagles player who's been playing some good footy for Palmerston. He might be their next coach. Who knows, Tash? As Gook sends it long down the line. Peach can't trap it. It's a slippery, wet, muddy ball. So it goes across the line in front of the Tigers. Interchange.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who the coach will be next season. A bit of work to do. So if someone likes a really good challenge and has a good resume, then put your hand up, please.
Yeah.
So just the ruck. Tigers again with numbers around the footy, and the free kick goes against Edmonds. Just got in the back. So the umpire looking to switch the play straight away here. Matheson, I think that is.
Henderson,
yeah,
sorry.
Henderson's
kick went over the top of Garnham now. So there's a foot race on for the ball up near the scoreboard side. And it's Lucas Wines who reads it best, picks it up. He kicks it backwards. And it finds Henderson again. Henderson's little kick.
Oh, they're on here through the midfield.
Rinaldi. Rinaldi's going to go sideways. They're doing it the long way, the Tigers. Nathan Brown now. Brownie with that little kick to a teammate there. They're going to bring it down the wing. Gets the kick away. Long kick there. Over the top. Waylon Davey almost trapped it. Now he's got it. Gets a handball over the top to a teammate. Ryan Nyhouse picks it up. Gets through traffic, little chip kick, and nice mark there by Tardrew once again. He plays on quickly. Cam Eilert's in there, wrestling, goes to ground.
Well done.
But great trap there.
Fortunately, there to the back. It's good defensive work, but Dahms just front and centre, and it got out the back as we see Jan Ray with Phillip Wills. And, yeah, that's a very sad sight there for the Palmerston Magpies. But the Tigers have their 9th goal.
Yeah, Cooper Dahms with that one. He's having a great season for the Tigers. He's from South Australia, plays for Central District in the Sandful, and is a known goal kicker. And
7 goal kickers already on the team sheet.
And Dahms is in the NTFL rep squad, so they'll play in a couple of weeks on Wednesday the 24th. And here in Darwin against Essendon.
Yeah, looking forward to that game.
Yeah, it should be good.
Be a ripper. Hopefully it's not raining. I'd like to it to be nice and cool, but not wet conditions.
So the score now at the 27, almost 28-minute mark of the first quarter. Nightcliff 9-4-58 leading the Magpies 2 behinds as Peach takes it out of the ruck, slams it on the boot, looking for a teammate Gook for Palmerston, but the balls come off hands. Mariazzo out there gets it backwards. Little kick in now.
That's
by
a mark,
Yule,
yep.
and a mark to Gook.
So Gook just needs to hold it up here, wait for a runner. Waters led, but ignores that. So not much movement in that forward 50. There we go. We've got a player running for him now in Gould.
He's taking his time, Gook. I think.
Yeah, I reckon he's going to have a shot here now.
He's a long way back.
Yeah, with kicking from that side, needs to aim for the closest goalpost there, and the bit of the little breeze that is out there should bring it around, but definitely from that side of the ground. And does he have enough legs? No, not with a heavy ball, but no one touches, lands in the goal square under a little bit of pressure and rush through for a behind there by Wines.
So Wines going to bring it in quickly now. Stops and props. There's been a little whistle. He's going to go sideways, another whistle. And the umpire is telling him to take his kick again.
Yeah, not happy with the kick out there. Not sure why, because, oh, there's the siren, we think. Yep.
So that's the siren to signal the end of this first quarter here at Palmerston. And it is Nightcliff 9-4-58 leading the Magpies 3 behinds in a dominant first quarter for the Nightcliff Tigers. We'll go to the quarter time break and be back for the second quarter after these messages.
Cazalys Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Cazalys Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Process. And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we've been all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the NT Guernsey, get in their face.
Let's get this game underway here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Played their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it's a little bit different. But you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and you know, some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
Welcome back to Cazalys Arena here in Palmerston for the second quarter of this round 13 game between the Magpies and Nightcliff, and it was all Nightcliff in the opening quarter, 9-4-58, leading the Magpies 3 behinds. A couple of multiple goal kickers in Lachlan Tardrew and Adrian Scott, and a number of singles as umpire Noonan in his 349th game gets us back underway, Tash.
Yeah, this Magpies need to kick the first goal here just for a bit of confidence. And I heard from the Jan Ray, of course, the trainer for the Palmerston Magpies, and it looks like that Philip Wills has torn his glute.
Ouch. So,
which is a bit of a long-term injury, that one. So, yeah, we probably won't see him for the rest of the season, unfortunately, as the Tigers go forward and a mark taken here in the corridor.
Jackson Grundy with that one.
So Grundy's already kicked a goal. So turn on my light here.
We are sitting
a bit
outdoors under the marquee here, and
they did buy us a light at one stage.
We've got the camera phone torches on to read our team sheets, but fortunately the rain has held off. It's been a wet old week here in Darwin, but it's nice and cool as Grundy runs in and has a shot on goal in this opening minute of the second quarter, but that one has missed.
Yeah, to the right, probably just aimed a little bit too much at that right goal. So Taylor will take the kick-in duties here for the Maggies. Plays on quickly, gains a bit of territory, then goes long, looking for a teammate here in Tyson Young. Young, bit of holding there. The umpire let it go. Tigers here with the numbers. A good tackle, just dropped the footy, and the umpire has said yes. That is holding the footy. Waylon Davey breaks for him on the wing here. That's where it goes to, over the top of Tyson. Waylon Davey, good to see him out and about running as well. Bit of space. Usually plays down the forward line. Hits up a teammate. coming through. They look to change the angles here. The 45 couldn't take the mark there for the Palmerston Magpies was good. And it's a turnover. Brody Philo uses the ball pretty well and doesn't let me down, straight down the throat of Butcher, who plays on quickly, turns around, looks into the corridor. It's a one-on-one. I think that's Kennedy down there. Couldn't take the mark. Goes to the top of the goal square. A snap by Grundy.
Yeah, it was Jackson Grundy, and
it
was Cameron Eilert in the contest before that. So that Butcher was looking for with that kick instead of having a shot on goal. So another behind for the Tigers. So 9-6-60. Leading the Magpies 3 behinds, bringing it back in, looking for Peach. But he's outnumbered there, and a mark by
I think he was
Wild.
pushed into that then. It actually helped him.
So Wild kicks it on the right, but back through for another behind for the
Butcher
Tigers.
not happy with that kick in. Hands on hips there. Probably should have put it to the top of the square. In these conditions, the ball is very slippery.
Yeah, Butcher just wants another goal. He kicked one in the first quarter. Looking around trying to find a player as the Magpies bring it back in.
Yeah, hard against the back pocket there. Trying to look for a runner. Plays on now, waiting for Wild to go to him. Then put himself under pressure. Had to go down the line, close to the boundary line, and fumbled over the line here. So boundary throw in, which worked for the Maggies.
Yeah,
slowly but surely.
Hucker just unable to hold on to that. So
Yeah.
3 minutes into this second quarter. And Nightcliff have kicked 3 behinds.
Yeah, already we've only gone 3.5 minutes. So Peach, there he goes back in again, the big fella. Then lays the tackle in absolutely everything. They need to kick it forward. Oh, smothered by his own player there. So just a miscommunication. Wild has it. Handball's over the top. Nearly will get it back. Tadri with the kick in. Oh, good spoil there across Butcher. There's Cameron Eilert, number 10. Tried to kick it off the ground there, the Maggies. Cameron Eilert picks it up, handballs to a teammate. Tadri again with the shot, and he's hit the post nearly all the way at the top of the post there. And, geez, he smashed that. That post is absolutely swinging out there. So another behind.
Yeah, Tadri with that one. So the Magpies will bring it back in through Levi Grigg. He's tried hard in defence tonight. He's been very busy down there. Nightcliff with a lot of the play. His kick goes to Young, but punched away and across the line for another throw-in. So as we said, Nightcliff with 4 behinds now in the first 4 minutes of this second quarter. Have had all of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely dominating this game. Palmerston home ground. Page tries to get it down. He does. Good front and centre. Tyson Matiazzo didn't read that one too well, and it's kicked forward here by Wines for the Tigers. Lands over the back. Butcher will pick it up and handball to Scott, and Scott's got his 3rd, and the Tigers have their 1st for this quarter and their 10th of the game, Liz. So just absolutely raining goals here for the Tigers at the moment.
Yeah, and just great teamwork by John Butcher to give the younger player Adrian Scott his 3rd goal as he goes and jumps the fence to get the ball. Yeah, John Butcher just keeping his feet while the Palmerston player went to ground. Keeping his feet and giving the handball off to the running Scott was a lovely piece of team play. So 5 minutes into this second quarter, Nightcliff 10-8-68, leading the Magpies 3 behinds. Just had a bit of a wind gust here, and all of our paper flying away. But yeah, it's a lovely evening after all the rain that we've had. It's nice and cool, and the ground's pretty muddy in the middle, but otherwise.
Yeah, otherwise
no
it's held up. It's held up pretty well. Probably have a look at the radar. They did say we expected some more, but it has held off. It absolutely bucketed down in the Div 2 men's game and halfway during the Rezzies. But yeah, it cleared up just in time for our women's game, which I was pretty happy about. So we're back in the middle, and they haven't moved it from the mud, Liz. They're still in the mud. So Page taps it down to a teammate, couldn't pick it up. They all dive on top of it. Now it comes out Peach again. The big ruckman throwing his body in. But Tigers with just that sweeper waiting for the ball to come out. Eilert looked to give the hand pass, then goes long with the kick instead. Scott behind his player, but misses absolutely everyone. If they can get the ball forward, that's a good tackle. Parry had to leave his player. And
I think that's Driscoll.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Driscoll there left his player and applied the pressure, and just an errant kick goes forward. Here's Maggies again. Front and centre, good pick up, but a good tackle as well there. Made sure not to get in his back, which is hard in these conditions.
Yeah, Nathan Brown, the tackler there for Nightcliff.
So Edmonds.
So just on the wing. Be a ball up. Peach in front, taps it down. Palmerston now with the hands. Laquelle Banderson. Kick away by Young. High up and under. Waylon Davies there. Bounces over the top. Nice, easy for Nathan Brown to get it, but his handball
well done,
intercepted.
Brownie.
But second effort now, gets the ball to Cam Eilert. Eilert with the hands, gets it back. He's tackled.
Good tackle.
No whistle.
Poor Banderson there was unlucky. That was a great tackle on such a quality player. Usually breaks those tackles, Cameron Eilert.
He does. So well done to Palmerston there. Positive. Going up in the rucks, Cox against Peach.
So Peach front position, gets it down, but tackled straight away. Back to the umpire. Tell you what, there's going to be a few sore bodies since it hasn't even got to half time yet, but just these conditions really take a taxing on your body, just thumping into each other.
Peach this time, double hand, just taps it down. Little handball by Yule. Kick down the wing now, flying over the top. Boyo Peris in the blue boots with a nice mark.
Yeah, read that really well, especially in these conditions. Just nice soft hands, took it on the second grab. Oh, Waylon.
So a mark there to the Tigers in Vile. He's going to cross to Brody Philo, who's covered in wet mud. His kick to the safety of Luke Wines.
Oh, Philo kept running. He's going to get this ball back. Breaks through centre wing. Long kick forward and a mark taken on the chest there. Is it Tardrew again?
It's Cooper Darms.
Cooper Darms.
So
Darms. Yeah, this is within these. Oh, he's going to pass it off. Poor kick in front of his teammate and Kennedy. Kennedy wheels around, has a shot on goal, lands in the goal square. They're trying to kick it off the ground, but it was touched. So through for a minor score.
Butcher just shaking his head. I think it went through the behind post, so didn't realise he was in the wrong area. But it'll kick it in now. Grigg for Palmerston.
Yeah, not much movement ahead of him.
Nyhouse there doing a lot of talking, directing his Tiger teammates. So he's going to come down the scoreboard side, goes over the top of everyone and across the line for another throw-in. So 9 minutes into the second quarter here at Cazalys Arena. Nightcliff 10-9, 69, leading the Magpies 3 behinds. This quarter a little bit slower pace than the opening quarter where there were 9 goals scored to the Magpies, just the 1 so far this quarter.
Yeah, still goalless, unfortunately, here. Front of their home ground. The ruck gets the tap down. Tell you what, they're winning the hit-outs if we had hit-out stats for this game, but it's not the quality of players around the fall of the ball. And Kennedy takes that mark. He's in the same spot last time. Let's see what he does this time if he passes it off. A noted goal kicker, Brett Kennedy. I think he come over from Banks and is from South Australia. Played for Banks last season, then come over to the Tigers.
And just a beautiful kick in by Brady Philo as well as we watch Kennedy have this shot.
Looks pretty good off the boot, but just misses to the near side. I think he just snuck it in for a behind there. So they'll have a kick out once again. So they've only kicked 1 goal. 1 goal 6 in this quarter so far, the Tigers.
So bringing it back in for the Magpies. Such Taylor with a big kick. Flying for it was Tyson Young, unable to take it now. They get it back. Gets the kick around the body. Not good. The mark was paid. Gives off the hands. And now the Magpies are away, kicking through the middle. Punched away there by the Tigers. And picked up well by Tardrew. He gets the handball away. Back to Wines. And Tigers just working it through the middle. That kick,
good
bit
work,
of a grub on Brady Philo on his knees.
Nice and low there.
Getting the hands off. File running in now. Sends it inside. Almost a mark to John Butcher. The ball's just brought to ground. Ryan Nyhouse using his strength to get through it. Magpies trying to run through and work that ball out. Cam Eilert's in there now trying to pick it up. Head over the ball, but he's wrapped up by a couple of Magpies and the umpire.
Yeah, Mavros, I think, is in there, number 10, and at number 23, Banks.
So well done to the Magpies there. Umpire Noonan throws it up again. Gook going up against Cam Eilert. So kicked off the ground by the Magpies.
So just caught behind there. Need to be in front, but they're doing well with holding the pressure as... Oh, that's gone over the top. Oh, just missed. So another behind there to Wild.
Yeah, he's having a good second quarter here, but...
1-7 now.
Yeah, Nightcliff really inaccurate.
Which you've got to give a bit more credit to the Palmerston Magpies, just the midfield and their back line of putting that pressure on. Probably a few gettable goals that they missed there, the Tigers, though.
Absolutely, as Palmerston bring it back in to the near side. Gook, the flyer, just punches it down. Now they're trying to work it out. Magpies. The player gets slung as he gets his kick away, so it should be a free kick downfield.
Yeah, a bit of both there.
Just trying to pick that up on the camera. Is it Edmonds? Yep.
No, he's sending it back, so he's caught him for the high.
Yep.
And that's why it's come back.
So Lucas Edmonds now, little kick on the right, finds his teammate there in Such Taylor. He's going to go sideways. They really need to go down the field, but he's found Grigg, and Grigg now runs it out of defence. On the far side, Grigg doesn't hit a target. There's a race to the ball. Tommy Mavros there manages to trap it, swing around, but he's tackled and should be holding the ball. Well done to the Nightcliff players there, and they'll move it back now. Nice, easy mark to Tardrew. He plays on quickly, gets it back to Wines. He sends it inside 50.
Oh, good
Cameron Eilert over the top, but Young in the right spot there. Eilert keeps his feet as Young goes to ground, and the Palmerston players given away a free kick for in the back to Cammy Eilert. Pretty obvious one.
Yeah, he had 3 against him, didn't he? But he kept going. Just a smart play. Knew not to take possession of the footy, just sort of kept it in front of him, and yeah, they finally got in his back.
So the
Picks
veteran
himself up, yeah.
Camo gets up, and he's hard up on the boundary line.
Not a noted goal kicker. Likes it preferably on the run. Cammy Eilert, so very hard as well. Oh, yeah, playing
great footy.
Yeah.
He's late 30s.
Hey, come on, I just turned 44 on Thursday.
I'm older than all of you. So Cam Eilert with the kick. Now the umpire has been busy hitting his chest tonight for points in this second quarter. That's their 8th behind in this second quarter, Nightcliff. They've kicked 1-8. So very inaccurate.
Yeah, Crossman probably won't be happy with that effort. They're sharing the footy around. It's not like they're, snapping it and trying to have attempts at unrealistic goals. It's just the bit of the pressure and the conditions as well. But you say the conditions, but they kicked 9 goals in the first quarter. So the Maggies turn and go, looking for a teammate. Hit him on the chest there, Waters. He debuted a couple of games ago. Isaiah, and a good mark on centre wing. They've got a booming kick. Edmonds, you can see in the corridor, asking for the handball, but he plays on. Doesn't go too long. Oh, needed to turn a little bit quicker there, unfortunately, for the Magpies. In Waters was in the right spot, just didn't see the footy coming. Tigers under a little bit of pressure close to the boundary line. Happy for it to go over, and it's going to be a boundary throw in about 55 around from the Magpies' goal.
Yeah, it was the first time they've really moved it forward, though, in this quarter, the Magpies.
It's gone past halfway, pretty much.
They need to capitalise on this. They need to get it inside 50 and get some scoreboard pressure. They need to kick a goal.
The Rucks. Cook gets it to Edmonds. Edmonds, they need to put the shepherd on. Goes back, misses his target here. Could be a turnover. Good tackle by Ryan Nyhouse there. There was 4 Magpies players and only him, and he managed to trap that footy.
He just pinned his arms and couldn't get the ball out. Textbook by Ryan Nyhouse.
Yeah, the Maggies player probably needed to get the tap, just move the ball over to his teammates.
So Gook taps it over the back. Players fighting, picked up by the Banderson for the Magpies. Handball goes to no one, though. Tigers chasing it there through Garnham. It goes across the line. And speaking of good football, Ryan Nyhouse with that AFL experience at Fremantle, he played in a premiership for NT Thunder when he was just 17 or 18. He's just a superstar of the competition.
Yeah, and very good leader as well now that he's taken over the reins at the Tigers, I believe.
Yep.
So here they go again. Handball forward to space. Look at that. Just opens it up here for the Tigers. They're on. So through Moody, Zach Moody, and he's finally... No, they've missed it. Looking for the goal umpire there. So through for another behind.
9th behind of this quarter, Moody. Bringing it back in for the Magpies. That's Such Taylor, but his kick is chopped off by Lachlan Tardrew. Plays on quickly.
Philo.
Brody Philo now will have a shot on goal. Directly in front.
Yeah, he just come back on off the interchange bench as well, and we know that he loves kicking a goal.
He missed one in the opening quarter, which he wasn't happy about. So, yeah, he'll want to put this one through. Covered in mud.
Here's Cameron Eilert comes off for a rest. Big Butcher goes back on, and there's their second goal of this quarter. Finally get their 11th after being stuck on 10 goals since about the 1 minute mark of this quarter. And 11-13-79, just 3 behinds for the Palmerston Magpies, and we've nearly gone 17 minutes in the second quarter. Just too dominant and strong, not just in the air but at ground level as well, the Tigers.
Yeah, and Brodie Philo, a superstar of the NTFL and a number of other leagues around Australia. 2-time Nichols medalist in the 2015-16 season and 2019-20, 3-time premiership player, and he's won best and fairest medal in 3 different leagues, the NTFL, Ovens and Murray, and the Bendigo League. So, as I said, just an absolute superstar of footy around Australia, really. So, and becoming one of the veterans of the Nightcliff Tigers team. He had 37 disposals in last week's game, and he's doing it again this week. Nightcliff now 11-13-79, leading the Magpies 3 behinds that mud bath in the middle. It's Palmerston with the hands, getting it out to Banks. That kick now with the players running onto it, and Scott is there first. Tries to give the don't argue, then he works around his player. Fancy-footed, gets his kick away. Finds a teammate, gives the hands off to Brodie Philo now. He runs in, lowers the eyes, low kick there, looking for a teammate. He didn't blaze away and go for goal, but the loose ball now has allowed Palmerston to grab it through Banks. Banks now just trying to work it out, the Magpies, but the player there wrapped up, and the umpire will blow his whistle as John Butcher is doing lots of talking from the goal square, saying just put it up, boys. Have some shots on goal. We've kicked 2 this quarter. Peach with some great ruck work, boots it out. High up and under, goes over the top of everyone. No one can...
Yeah, Tyson Young was in the prime position there, and then he finally gets the ball out. Edmonds gives it back to Young. Oh, puts the fend on. That's going to be caught holding the footy. Wild will play on, and the umpire said it was high.
Wow.
And doesn't give it back on the full, so that's 50.
50-50.
And I think he copped a mouthful as well, Mark Noonan.
So Young now with the free kick and the 50-metre penalty. Jogging it up slowly.
Let's see if they can get their first goal here.
He needs to take his full 50. He needs to keep running because he's still got another 10 metres. Instead, he kicks it low.
Oh, just over Scott.
Yep.
But couldn't get Cook there. He was absolutely everywhere. So their real first opportunity here in this second quarter to try and snag their first goal of the game here, the Palmerston Magpies.
And lots of talk coming from the Palmerston bench as the throw in right in front of up the Palmerston end, we'll call it, in front of the grandstand. Throw in. Gook brings it down. Scott's in there for the Tigers. He gets a handball out.
Good work, Waylon Davey. Just the pressure.
But the kick.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Kennedy for Nightcliff.
The player sneaking down the boundary there was Darms. He might get this footy. No, Philo. Shimmies to kick, and you don't see that very often. Doesn't hit his target, Brodie Philo, but over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in.
So 20 minutes into the second quarter, it is Nightcliff 11-13-79, leading the Magpies just the 3 behinds.
Yeah, it won't be a long quarter, this one. There's only been 2 goals kicked so far, unlike the first quarter.
Yeah, they've kicked 2 goals, 9, the Tigers. So, yeah, Coach Lee Crossman might have a word to them at half-time.
Yeah, which is probably bad news for the Magpies come the third quarter. The young fella tosses it in. Peach Cox from behind. And the Tigers chain of handballs here. Moving forward. And has he snagged that in? I reckon he has. Is that Moody, I think, again?
Looks like, was it Grundy in the number 12? Haven't quite picked it up.
Yeah, I think it was either 12 or we'll give it to 12. I'll give it to Grundy.
We'll check with the at the scoreboard at half-time. But at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter, it is Nightcliff 12-13-85, leading the Magpies 3 behinds. And Magpies had the ball in their, goal distance tash, but just couldn't quite convert, and the Tigers made them pay. Just waiting for the players to reset. As you said, it won't be a long quarter like the first quarter where there was a lot of goals kicked. Back in the middle now. They still haven't changed the centre circle. Peach going up in the ruck against Cox. Good contest that, but Nightcliff come out with it. Tardrew now kicking it away for the Tigers, and a good sliding mark there to Cooper Darms. Gets up, puts it on the left. Got the lead by Butcher, who's not really leaving the goal square tonight, but some good defensive there.
Oh, yeah, nearly. Nyhouse just lined up his opponent there. He was lucky to get rid of that footy, and then in the corridor. Yeah, just loose checking there, and good mark taken there by the Tigers.
Zach Moody. So Moody's kicked one in the first quarter tonight. He's still looking pretty clean. So they might have a chat about who's the dirtiest at the end of this game, Tash. Moody now have a shot on goal from directly in front.
Kicked one already.
On the right, making the goal umpire move a bit, but it was a goal to Zach Moody. So one in the first and one in the second for Zach Moody. Having a good game. Zach Moody is from WA originally and played for the Perth Football Club in the Waffle, but enjoying his footy here in Darwin with the Nightcliff Tigers.
Yeah, his mother isn't playing tonight, but both the Moody boys have been really good inclusions for the Tigers this season. Jay Moody, yeah.
Jay's in the NTFL rep squad. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of those teams at the top of the ladder, Tash, that you could pick a number of players to be in the rep squad.
Yeah, very hard to pick I think they had 35 they picked this year.
Mm-hmm.
Previous years it's been a bit bigger numbers, but a lot of talent up at the Territory, even with the women's. Very hard to pick.
That'll be a great game against Essendon on Wednesday the 24th. And if you're looking for tickets, jump on the AFLNT website. Peach running that ruck tap, but hits it to his opposition ruck in Cox, who's wrapped up in the mud in the middle there.
They're going to chuck it up. Yeah, it wouldn't be much time on here in this quarter. Oh,
Brody Philo just going in
throwing his
hard.
body in really hard there against a big ruckman. Oh, lovely hands there by Wild. Gets a player out on his own here in Darms. Darms puts it up. Good work, Waylon Davey, the smaller man there from behind against Kennedy, and just gets the ball over the boundary line. I'm really impressed with Waylon's game tonight, running both ways, not just attacking but defensively as well for a very young player.
And a small. He's giving away a bit of height, but making a good contest of it. So ball in over the scoreboard side, down in the pocket.
I'm just watching it playing down in front of us here, Ben Ball. Just a little bit of stretching on the hammies. Now he's leaning on the fence, just a bit of a spectator, but dangerous position here for the Tigers. Under a lot of pressure. I'm not sure how he disposed that ball. Mark Noonan said he got his hand to it. He just signalled that, and Waylon Davey will take the kick-in duties. He does. It's a terrible kick. Edmonds couldn't take it. Coming across here's Darms. Pushed off the footy, but just tracks it in front and over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So probably a little bit of fatigue there to Waylon Davey.
Yeah, getting late in this second quarter, almost a 25-minute mark.
And it's just the ball's so heavy in the conditions. I know I took a free kick in the back line, and just the conditions. I reckon the ball, if I was lucky, went 20 metres, and I was expecting it to go 35, and yeah, just a turnover. But it's just really hard. So heavy legs. Players picked up here by Moody. Moody has a shot on goal just as the siren sounds, and he's kicked it. So Moody has his third goal, kicked 2 in this quarter, and they kicked 4 goals in this quarter in the end. They kicked 1 earlier on in the first quarter, but then it took about 15 minutes for them to kick their second in this quarter. But good score is 14-14, 98, so nearly hitting 100 at the halfway mark against 3 points.
Yeah, they kicked 3 goals, 10 in that quarter, Nightcliff, and just a great one-handed pickup by Zach Moody to kick a goal on that halftime siren. We'll go to the halftime break with the Nightcliff Tigers leading 14-14, 98 to the Magpies, 3 behinds. We'll be back after these messages.
You know Territorians go a long way for one another. So it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we are here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling expenses. And that goes a long way when you're away. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Looking for a fun day out with your family or friends? Head on over to Palmerston Mini Golf. With our beautifully landscaped course suitable for all ages, you'll have a blast playing mini golf here at Palmerston. We offer the perfect setting for kids' birthday parties, complete with special packages to make their day unforgettable. And if you're looking to have some fun with your mates, we have you covered too. Play during the day or under lights. We're open until 10 p.m.
And we'll see you around Palmerston Mini Golf.
Find us at the Palmerston Golf and Country Club.
So we're here on a Friday night for our NAB AFL Auskick, where we run a girls only option and the kids are pumped, ready to rock and roll and have some fun with the footy.
We signed our daughter up for Auskick because her big brother did Auskick last year and she just loves it. I thought signing her up for a girls only group would be a great chance for her to kind of be with some friends in a comfortable environment.
The thing about a girls only team that I think Zoe really enjoys is that she gets to run around with like-minded girls. They get distracted, they do cartwheels, they hold hands, they sing. It just makes it a bit more of a fun experience.
I like Auskick because I get to play with my sister. We love Auskick!
A number of parents have asked if their daughter has to be in your girls group, and they don't. There will be some girls that will naturally just gravitate to brothers or cousins and join the boys group and have just as much fun if it were to be single sex. So yeah, there's definitely options there every Friday night.
My girls just love interacting with the other girls here. They love kicking a footy, they love learning the skills, and they love the hot dog at the end. I love joining in with my girls. I actually can't help myself, and I love to see the skills not only of my kids but of the other kids in their girls only group really developing over the clinic.
Evie just loves playing the games, learning new things. She'll be doing it then for the rest of the weekend, doing her favourite kicks, telling us how many goals she kicked on Friday night.
The best thing about Auskick is that it's really fun. It's lots of fun for them.
Yeah!
St Mary's. Player unable to take the mark, but able to keep it in his possession and puts it out the front of Jackson Calder. But got someone else running through, kicks it off the ground, just trying to pick up who that player is in the rain. And a good goal there to St Mary's. And good defensive work there by the Crocs. And they're going to kick it away through Zach Smith. Great pressure by Xavier Vallejo. Dylan Lant comes out with it, puts it on the boot, and he's kicked the second goal for St Mary's tonight. Some fantastic play there by the Saints. To ground there. It's very wet, Michael Bowden now. But cut off by Nate Paredes, and he runs in. He gets tackled as he kicks on goal. Oh, and in the goal square, I think that's been paid a goal to St Mary's through Sam Glover. He went to mark it, but brought the ball to ground and just kicked it off the ground in the goal square. Southern Districts with the hands now. Ryan kicking it inside 50, and there's only one player in there for them, and it's a great mark to Brander. He kicks it goal. There's no one in the goal square, and Southern Districts have kicked their first goal of the game at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter through Jared Brander time. Jackson Calder now plays on quickly. He's got Dylan Lant all on his own, 45 metres out directly in front of goal. St Mary's with the lead. Runs in and kicks on the left. It's a good looking kick, but there's a big pack of players around the goal umpire there. And it's a goal. Dylan Lant with a goal for St Mary's, his second of the game. St Mary's now with the fast break. Seth Harris through the middle. There's no one in the 50. Kicks it over the top of, I think it's Sam Glover there, running onto the ball. He manages to pick it up, spins around. He's got Jackson Calder all on his own and hits him on the chest. It's one already. On the right. And that is another goal for Jackson Calder. So he picks it up, traps that ball. He's running backwards, but he's got good support there in Bo Schwartz. They handball it out wide. It looks like Michael Bowden out there. He's come down from defence. He's had a shot on goal, and it's punched across the line by St Mary's, but I think it's beaten the player across the line, and it's a goal for Southern Districts. Someone's given away a free kick. It's going backwards to No, it's gone to Ross of Southern Districts. He runs around the mark, inside 50, just puts it on the boot. Gone for goal. And he's kicked it. So 2 goals in a row to Southern Districts, and all of a sudden that margin gets a hell of a lot closer, Nick. Back inside 50. Got players running onto it. Little set of handball there and a kick. And finally, Brander takes a mark about 40 metres out directly in front of goal. Brander runs in, has a shot on goal, and that one has gone through for his second of the night and Croc's 4th goal of the evening. He's back to Vallejo. There's the siren, and St Mary's have hung on to win against Southern Districts despite not kicking a goal in the final quarter, Nick.
Yep, St Mary's 6-7-43 defeated Southern Districts 4-10-34, so 9 points in it in the end.
Mark there. Got a player all on his own at the top of the 50. He's going to take a bounce and run in. Looks like Carlson Cantilla. Big kick. No one in the goal square. Cantilla has kicked the 3rd goal for the Tiwi Bombers in the opening 15 minutes. Tiwi's defence has been fantastic in this first quarter. They're not allowing Palmerston much room at all. Now Palmerston with the inside 50. There's no one in the goal square. And that kick is a goal. So Palmerston finally with a goal at 17.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Again, gets the ball but gets taken to ground. Picks up again by Palmerston. Has a shot on goal. And they've kicked another one, Palmerston. And that was Bromher for the Palmerston Magpies, Alberto Bromher. So Palmerston managed to turn it over, bounces over the top of Edmonds. Grigg now gives it back to Edmonds. Kicks it to the goal square, goes over the top of everyone, and that's a goal. And the Magpies hit the lead for the first time all day. There's 4 or 5 players down on the ground, but now Tippermantameri gets his kick away, goes over the top of everyone and through for a goal for the Tiwi Bombers. So the Bombers are back in front, and don't they love that one, and a great celebration just off screen. Trying to step around now, the Tiwi Bombers. Big handball though. Oh, great running there. Great running by Tippermantameri, and he's kicked one of the most exciting goals you'll ever see, and he's running to the ground, straight to the grandstand to celebrate without it, and the umpire has called it. He says play on, gets the handball off to Henry Karanua. Karanua on the left, goes over the top of everyone, and another goal for the Tiwi Bombers, this time Henry Karanua. Possession, but chopped off once again by Tiwi. Little chip kick over the top, looking for Henry Karanua. He's got the ball, he's got time, just settles, puts it on the left and puts it through for a goal for the Tiwi Bombers. Henry Karanua, his second goal. It's like Palmerston done. Little kick over the top, finds a teammate, and it's another goal for the Tiwi Bombers. The distance, pack of players run at it. Gooks there for the Magpies. Ball hits the deck, picked up by Alberto Brongher, and he's kicked his second goal of the game. He kicked one in the first, and now he's kicked one in the final quarter for the Palmerston Magpies. And to Damien Dunn in the blue boots. Kicks it high up and under. Kim Cantilla is there. He taps it to himself in the goal square, and he's kicked another one off the ground for the Tiwi Bombers. Very, very clever play there by Kim Cantilla. Penetration through the middle and a beautiful mark. Palmerston Dunn gets the hands off to Darcy Lang, runs in at goal and kicks another goal for the Tiwi Bombers, and they all get around him over the top. He's got a running teammate, Edmonds, who takes a juggling mark. He's got players free inside 50, but he's going to go over the top of everyone. And I'm not sure if that was touched. The umpire's paid a goal. So Lucas Edmonds kicks his third goal for the game for them. And a good running mark there to Roy Cantilla on the final siren. And it is the Tiwi Bombers who have won their third game of the season. The final score 16-14, 110 to the Magpies 9-1-55.
Get it out, and a long kick down into their forward half for the first time over the back. Bates gets onto it, kicks on the left as the pressure comes on, and that's a fantastic finish from Simon Bates.
Has opened the bottles of heaven.
So Darms gets a hand pass across, and the snapshot for goal from Dylan Clark is on target this time for Nightcliff, and to it, but it's picked up down there by Twycross. Swings around on the left, close to the boundary line in that left forward pocket. Sing Lippo picks it up. He gets a boot to the ball. He might have kicked this, I think he has, and
very smart.
Tristan Sing Lippo, some really clever work in tight there. Tackled without the ball. No free kick paid as the hand pass comes over the top. Twycross gets it by hand off to Dylan Clark, and Clark just swings around and kicks a pretty easy goal. And again, at the bottom of the pack, there's plenty of Wanderers players around. It comes out to Totham, who has a quick kick towards goal. I think he's put it through. He has, and Marcus Totham has got a goal out of nothing, really, out of a scramble of a pack. But we're in towards the goal square now is the quick kick away by Tardru, but there's a kick towards goal, and it is a goal. Just
Tardru,
a conference on the goal line again. It's a goal. It's a Wanderers goal. Looking for Eyelet, but there's a high free kick been paid here. Advantage is being paid, and Sing Lippo is going to run onto it here. Yes, the advantage is allowed, and Sing Lippo just waltzes into the goal and kicks the first goal of this final quarter. Kick around the corner didn't really come off, and now it's paddled forward, and Wanderers the chance out deep. The snapshot towards goal looks pretty good. It is good, and that's a Wanderers goal from deep out there. We're just trying to pick up who it was. It might have been Mummery out there. On the boot, kicks it high, or courageously running back.
Smart
with the
play.
flight of the ball, but
Smart play here by young Scott too. He waited instead of rushing at the ball, and now it's a very good chance to goal, and he does.
Yeah, clever play, but tries to go forward to Clark. Clark eventually gets to it, gets the hand pass across the top, and now here's a chance for Tardru for Nightcliff. Swings out, and so he could hook it back across, and had plenty of time. And in the end, it was a pretty easy goal to Nightcliff. Towards full forward, the ball slips out the back. Mitch Taylor just had trouble controlling it off hands. It spills to Sing Lippo, who snaps at goal, and he kicks another one for Nightcliff here. And it's all getting a little bit too easily.
And the men, of course, be looking for a 3-0 result after they beat Claremont.
So the ball spills out here, and at ground level, it was Cooper Darms who threw it on the left boot.
Which reads Nightcliff 18-15, 123. And Wanderers 4-3-27. That's a 96-point lead. And that's the final siren.
So, end of the game, Nightcliff, as we thought, kept marching on and kicked 6 goals in the final quarter to Wanderers 1, and a very comfortable win.
Welcome back to Cazalys Arena for the second half of this round 13 game between the Palmerston Magpies and the Nightcliff Tigers. Liz Cruz and Tash Medbury in the commentary box, and it was all Nightcliff in the first half. The score at half-time, 14-14, 98 to the Magpies, 3 behinds. Tash, a little summary of the first half for us?
All the Tigers. I mean, Magpies started the second quarter pretty well and were able to withstand a lot of pressure that the Tigers had in the forward 50, and then it kicked 1 goal to start that second quarter. Then they held them off for about 15 minutes, but then unfortunately it opened up and they kicked another 4 goals, I think it was. So it was 9 goals, at quarter time.
And the rain's held off, which is...
So far.
Yeah, great so far. But and as play gets back underway here for the third quarter, Peach in the ruck for Palmerston, taps it down. And Palmerston with the first clearance, just trying to get their first goal of the game. A tackle there by Grigg on the Nightcliff player. And there's been a whistle. The umpire will... take it and ball it up 20 seconds into this third quarter.
So 3 players now have kicked 3 goals apiece. So Adrian Scott, Zach Moody and Tardru.
Yeah, no one taking that ruck. Brody Philo gets the handball but can't hold on to it, running through Lua for Palmerston. The ball comes out, goes backwards, but the kick is smothered. Daly Banks with the kick coming through. Cooper Darms wrapped up. Big pack of players around the ball. So we'll have another ball up, 45 seconds into the third quarter.
Yeah, and if you just joined us, they're down a rotation, the Palmerston Magpies. Unfortunately, Philip Wills come up in the first quarter with a glute injury and won't be able to return. We probably won't see him for the rest of the season. So rotation's down already as the Magpies here. Waylon Davey picks it up, but he's wrapped up. Didn't get time to dispose of the footy as the umpire nearly fell over in the mud patch there, getting to that contest. Going to ball it up.
It's that slippery wet mud out there tonight, but the ground is holding up pretty well otherwise. Peach hitting it down.
A number of players, yeah, just happy to get, and this is Tide players as well. No, they had half time, but just the conditions take a taxing on your body.
Peach again out of the ruck, gets it down to Edmonds, punched away by Scott, and another punch away by a Grundy for the Tigers.
Yeah, Edmonds gets it out, hand passes to a teammate and such, Taylor, but it tracks in. There's Parry, couldn't pick it up either. The Tigers pick it up now, handball back. Gets it to Wild, I think that is, has a shot on goal. No one's touched it, and it stays in. Picked up here by the Maggies. Oh, dangerous kick out. Moody's underneath it. Got a hand to it, bit of holding there. Moody picks it up. Handballs to a teammate running through. That's Brody Philo. Dances around one, dances around two. Held with the footy. Thought he got a little bit of handball to that, but just not enough, the umpire said. So well done to the Palmerston Magpies. Dancing his way through traffic. They kick it to Young. And a good fist over the top there by the Tigers player.
Yeah, I think it was out of bounds on the full before it was punched. So it'll be a Tigers kick in now.
Yeah,
and Zach Moody's been busy tonight. 3 goals so far. Little kick to Philo.
Whoa, barely the 15.
14.5 metres. Philo now. Swings it.
Yeah, puts it in the corridor, does the team thing. There's a hand in there. Nyhouse up forward, hit off the footy. There was a player. Maggie's here, chain of hand passes. Mavros and Gook's kick out was smothered. Oh, just lowered his eyes, have a shot on goal. And the goal umpire does not move. And that has gone through the big sticks. And it's a player in the orange boots. Tycross.
Yep, Jake Twycross with his first goal of the evening. So Nightcliff extend their lead. The score now, the Tigers 15-14, 104, leading the Magpies 3 behind. Jake Twycross, the goal kicker there. So they kicked 10 behinds in the third quarter, the Tigers, but they're got their goal kicking boots back on now in the third. Jake Twycross becoming another goal kicker.
Here comes the rain. It's coming.
9. So, yeah, as the rain falls here.
We're going to be under the tarp soon, calling off the screen. So 104 is 3. So the Maggie straight out of the ruck, kick forward here by Wise. Oh, juggled mark. The umpire's going to pay it. Well done down there. School, I think they've moved down there. So there's the rain getting a little bit heavier. So the triple goal kicker, Tardrew, comes on. Cameron Eilert still on the bench to start this third quarter.
Yeah, Eilert on the bench along with Ben Vile.
Comes in, that's a good kick. He's kicked straight through it, but just missed it to the left. So still without a goal here, the Palmerston Magpies, they're 4th behind. Let's see if they can trap this in their forward half.
And it's going to be hard now with that rain falling, a slippery ball as well as the mud in the middle. And now it's coming down hard as we're sitting outside in our marquee, covered in a plastic. So kick in.
It's not sideways yet, Liz. We're all right. Scott taps it to himself just inside the 50, lowered his eyes. Beautiful work there and hits a teammate right on the chest. So Brett Kennedy, and he's going to pass it off because he's got Butcher by himself. Loose checking there to the Palmerston Magpies in the corridor there. So John Butcher will go back and should slot this one. as the rain starts to tumble. So good work here by our support crew and the cameraman. And as he snuck it in, no, he's missed it to the left. So Waylon Davey will have the kick out duty. So that's another behind 15. So 15-15 to the Tigers. Waylon, puts it up just a little bit. It hung in the air, gave Tigers an opportunity. Goes in to try and fix up his mistake. Waylon put the pressure on. Nyhouse just kicks it into the corridor. Parry couldn't get there. Magpies player falls to ground. Was Parry as well, and kicked off the ground, goes across the face and through for another minor score. So Waylon Davey will again have the kick out duties.
Yeah, Nightcliff 15-16, 106, leading the Magpies 4 behinds as Waylon kicks it in.
Yeah, looking for Young, and Young's plucked it in these conditions in between 2 Tigers players. That's a beautiful mark there by Tyson Young.
Yeah, he did well there to take that one as the umpire blows the whistle and asked him to go back and take his kick.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but now he gets the kick on the right. Sends it downfield in the pouring rain.
And a good mark there taken from behind Driscoll. So they've moved him up forward, Driscoll, usually down back. Looks in, Walters takes it. So Waters there, goes long. Ended up missing his forward there. And Brownie takes an uncontested mark, has players out wide. Just held up, well done to the Maggies, just to hold him up. Good pressure again by Driscoll. Goes in for a second crack. Tigers with the numbers once again. Turnover here, Edmonds. Bit of a hospital hand pass, but he's wrapped up and the umpire says, give it to me, and he's going to ball it up.
So 7.5 minutes into the third quarter. Nightcliff 15-16, 106. Magpies 4 behinds. Front of the scoreboard. Peach smacks it down.
The rain looks like
high
it's
tackle.
just...
Umpire didn't see it, or did he? But yeah, very high tackle. And free kick now to Moody. Umpire Mark Noonan saying,
is it blood?
Blood. Yep, and he has to leave the
like,
field.
Give me the ball. He would not give him the ball.
Moody leaving the field.
And the rain looks like it's just...
Not much blood, so I'm not sure. He must have just copped a scratch or something.
Yeah, especially with the rain that was just falling. It's just lightly falling now. Sort of look up and it will wipe itself off.
Politis with the ball, just waiting for the replacement to come on.
He's just taking it's on his jumper as well.
Shirt off. Not happy.
Yeah, definitely not happy. I don't even think there was much on his shirt. He's not happy on the sideline here, Moody.
Cameron Wild with the ball now for Nightcliff in front of the scoreboard. Call to play on. Puts it on the right. Big kick. But running on through is Butcher. Manages to pick it up. Tries to do the Dusty Martin. He does. Running through the mud in the middle. Good kick in to the forward 50. Eilert unable to take it. But Scott is there. He's kicked 3 already. Traps the ball. Puts on the Jets and unselfishly passes it to a teammate within kicking range. Turns around, plays on quickly at Nightcliff. Kick their 16th goal of the game to, that was Dylan Garnham. So unselfish there by Adrian Scott to give off a goal to his teammate in Garnham. Exciting footballer that Adrian Scott is.
Yeah, he is that X factor, especially in these conditions. Very hard, but one-touch player. As Mavros is coming off for the Maggies. Yule is going back on as Butcher comes off and Brett Kennedy goes back on.
Nightcliff 16-16, 112, leading the Magpies just the 4 behinds. It's almost the 10-minute mark of this third quarter. That rain has eased off a little bit, but still makes for slippery conditions.
Yeah, just a sprinkle at the moment.
Good crowd in tonight, Tash. Lots of Nightcliff people here. It's great when all the teams get to play each other and Palmerston can have a home game like this.
Yeah, a lot of all home games this weekend, of course. No games at TIO. But yeah, and considering the conditions, I'm quite impressed with the crowd that come along today.
So umpire Mark Noonan just walking back in through that mud in his 49th game, as we've mentioned.
The runner for the Maggies is yelling out a few things here. So really barking instructions out there. They picked up here. Maggies go forward through Wise. Bounces kindly for Edmonds, but then he lost control of the footy. Just hand passes it to a teammate, kicks it off the ground. Coming through there is Colton. So Colton pick up the footy. Tigers under a bit of pressure here. Colton again goes and lays the tackle, but he got his handball away. Coming up is Driscoll. Driscoll dispossesses the Tigers player. Oh, just misses his teammate there in Grigg. Boyo Peris gets the handball out, and a link of handballs here to the Tigers, and they clear the defensive 50 all the way up to centre wing. But good body work out there. Well done to the Magpies player and Hucker. So Hucker moves it forward. This is better set up here by the Maggies, just slowing things down. Just waiting for the big fellas to go up forward. They just put it into the hot spot, and a good mark taken. Well done there to the Maggies and Tyson Young.
Yeah, he's tried hard tonight, Young, so he's a good size. And,
yeah, good size and good hands in these wet conditions as well, I say.
Yep, so it'd be great if Palmerston could get a goal.
Can he get their first goal of the game? So Tyson Young. We've got the fan beside us here blowing a gale.
I'm not complaining after that heat over Christmas. As Young,
true.
Couple of steps,
and he's
has a
nailed
shot on
it.
goal, and he kicks it for the Magpies. Tyson Young.
So they get their first goal of the game. The 12-minute mark of the third quarter. The Palmerston Magpies. So good work there.
Good to see his teammates get around.
Yeah, 16-17, 100 and...
Yeah, 16-16, 112. Magpies have won 4-10. But yeah, some good positive body language and some encouraging words, and hopefully the Magpies can kick a couple more now that they've broken the goal drought in this game.
So here they go, reset. Be the 13-minute mark by the time they get this footy up. Haven't taken them out of the mud pit either the whole game.
No, the other games today, Wanderers lost to Pint, 121-10, and Waratah currently leading the Tiwi Bombers in the third quarter, 70-39, and Southern Districts and Buffs playing tomorrow while St Mary's have the bye.
Oh, no. Just took off there. Well done, Maggies. Another stoppage in the mud pit there.
But yeah, if Nightcliff win this, which they should take top place on the ladder with St Mary's having the bye.
Yeah, the bye.
So kicked off the ground now by Darms. Coming out to meet it was Gook. Tapped it down and got a little kick away. Cam Eilert in there. Gets the hands out. Cox coming through, putting it on the boot.
Okay, Waylon Davey picks it up, just paddles it to himself. Well done, handballs it to himself. He gets it back, and then it is taken with a coat hanger. The umpire says play on. He got his head absolutely ripped off, and now he goes in even harder. Waylon Davey, not quite sure how that was not called high. And then the middle umpires come in and called a high against Waylon Davey, and the free kick is going to Wild, I think this is. Waylon is pleading his case. And yeah, very unlucky there, young Waylon Davey. Head was absolutely ripped off. I think the umpire's just getting a few bit of feedback there from the Magpies balcony.
Yeah, also the Nightcliff one. So Wild with that jumper up high, little short stab pass.
Yeah, nice kick.
And a good mark there to Brett Kennedy. He's been busy tonight.
Yeah, such Taylor was lucky probably not to give away the 50 there. He just pushed him after he took that mark. So Brett Kennedy.
Interesting comments coming from the crowd.
Yeah, there is. Especially when you're the opposition kicking right near where that balcony is. You've got like 100 voices in your head, and he's
not the place to miss kick in front of the Palmerston crowd.
Oh, they got to cheer for something, Liz.
Yeah.
So Waylon takes the free kick, looking for where the numbers are. Decides to go the barrel. Big Butchers underneath it, but coming from behind, a good mark taken by Grigg. Grigg plays on. Goes out wide. I think I just heard Russell Davies scream then. Tyson Young goes back with the flight of the footy. Dispossessed. Parry's there. Gets the handball out to a teammate. Far side of the ground, and Mavros is held there, and it will be a ball up. So Tommy Mavros.
So 15.5 minutes into this third quarter, that score still Nightcliff 16-16, 112, leading the Magpies 1-4-10 on the far side. Peach in the ruck.
It's only 2 goals kicked to the Tigers so far in this quarter. And the Maggies have 1, so that's a plus.
Positive.
So
yeah, that 9-goal opening quarter by the Tigers was a killer. As Young gets up, he's been good in this third quarter.
Yeah, being in their better players. Oh, good pick up. Quick kick forward, goes over the top. Reading it there was young Colton. And I think he's going to get a free kick. No, the umpire said it was the way of the Tigers, so advantage paid out there on the far side of the ground. Bit of a fumble. Darms, I think, has got it out there. Looks inboard into the corridor. Here they go through the corridor once again. Here the Tigers. Nighthouse is barking instructions out there. Then they go long. Tracking this footy. Couldn't take the mark there was Tycross. Gets the ball back. Oh, chain of hand passes. Kennedy just puts it out in front. Close to the boundary line. It's kept it. Waylon Davey picks it up and then is met heavily. And this time the umpire gives the free kick to Waylon Davey, and you can hear the crowd on the balcony happy with that one.
They're still waiting for the previous one, but yeah, well done by young Waylon, going in hard and putting his body on the line. He'll be all the better for it. But that kick turned over there, and just a great intercept mark by Jake Twycross. He kicked 1 already this quarter, and he'll line up to have another shot as Waylon not happy again there, but here comes the rain again. It's
and he's got all the rights there, Liz, is that he had 2 players there that didn't run at the footy, and Tycross ran from behind those 2 players and took the mark in front of them. So you've got to attack the footy, and that didn't happen. And just see Parry going off the ground as well for the Palmerston Magpies. So keep an eye on that, otherwise they're down 2 players.
Cam Islet off the ground. He's put it through. Cameron Islet, another goal for the Nightcliff Tigers, and his first of the evening, that soccer kick off the ground. So 17-16, 118. Magpies 1-4-10. That margin continuing to blow out here at Cazalys Arena.
Yeah, just too clever there, Cameron Islet.
Yeah, his strength and experience showing. I remember Shannon Rioli doing that in a grand final for St Mary's, winning the game.
I remember that as well. I was commentating that game, and yeah, it was a terrific game as well. I think they were behind, and
Wanderers.
Yeah, got on the win.
Thomas Motlop involved, and yeah, Darren Ewing. Unbelievable game that was. But 18-minute mark of the third quarter. Nightcliff 17 goals this evening. So Cam Islet with his first of the evening. Mark
and
Noonan
he becomes the 11th goal kicker.
They've shared it around a lot tonight, the Tigers, as we see them go into that mud. The handball out now. Darms running down the wing on the left. Nice kick. Doesn't quite hit a target in Nighthouse, and Gook back there scooping it up. He's tried hard tonight, the big fella, but the ball spills out, and Nighthouse handballs backwards. Cam Islet, the goal kicker, is there. Gets it out wide to Cooper Darms. Little chip kick. And found
another
the safe
mark.
Hands of Jackson Grundy.
And they're ranked 2nd in goal accuracy at 53%. So that's pretty good for the Tigers.
Might have blown that tonight with their
10 points, and ranked 1st for tackles.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah,
having
that's
a great season.
really good.
It's super exciting going into the tail end of the season, Tash, with St Mary's, Nightcliff, Crocs, and Waratah all up and about. It's anyone's premiership this year.
It's a tight contest, isn't it? So we watch Grundy come in, looks good, and he's just missed to the left there. Another behind. They're keeping the symmetry here. 17-17, now 17-18. So kick out. Comes to the wing here. So it is the right score on the TV there. So 17-17, good tackle there applied to the Tigers. So getting himself up there is Henderson. That's right in front of our commentary box. The rain has eased off again. Edmonds, handball over the top. Oh, bit of space here to work in the Magpies. Colton kicks it down the line, but a good mark taken down there for the Tigers in Cox. Looking to switch it, Norton. Haven't seen too much of him tonight. He hasn't had to play on a really key forward, Norton. He's been shutting down the key forwards. Really impressed with his season.
Yeah, Wines now kicking it back to Henderson. They're just switching it around here, the Tigers.
Yeah, a bit of a training drill.
Yeah, Zach Moody now over in front of the scoreboard. Kicking it back to Wines. They've got the runners now, just a little chip kick. They do this a lot, the Tigers, when they're not under too much pressure. That ball now just being held in by Politis. Gets the hands off to Nathan Brown, who's crept down from defence. Nice kick by Brownie, but Cam Eilert unable to mark it. Picked up by Wild. Handballs backwards, and Ryan Nyhouse is there. They're going backwards now, the Tigers. That kick finding the safety of Nathan Brown in those orange boots.
Yeah, tries to switch it here, coming down in the corridor. They go long, doesn't get over the top. Got a fist in there, the Palmerston Magpies. They fall to ground, need to keep your feet. Here's Scott again. We kicked one earlier in the first quarter from that angle. Goes across the face, but front and centre was Big Butcher. And he goes back and drills the goal for the Tigers. So Butcher has his second goal, kicked one in the first quarter, now one in this third quarter. And the Tigers have kicked their fourth goal of this quarter.
Yeah, super impressive, John Butcher. I don't think he played last week, so good to have him back in the side, the former AFL player and a premiership player for the Nightcliff Tigers. That score now at the 21, almost 22-minute mark of the third quarter. Nightcliff 18-17, 125, leading the Magpies 1-4-10. John Butcher, the goal kicker there, and his second for the evening. So just extending that lead to 115 points.
Nightcliff, yeah, the stats ranked second for ground ball gets, and they've held that up tonight, and in these conditions they've pretty much grabbed everything with the first grab. So we're back in the middle. Peach just stands down again. I think he'll have a few hit outs tonight, but Philo gives the ball off. Goes long, one-on-one contest, and Nyhouse nearly took the mark, went to ground. Got some crummers around him. Cook's trying to hold off his opponent and does. And the ball trickles over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. So good outcome there for the Maggies. But under a bit of pressure. Can see a number of loose players in that forward 50 for the Tigers. High cross. Magpies now just getting across.
Yeah, well, Palmerston, as you said, Peach getting a lot of hit outs, and they are actually ranked fourth. So, you know, they're big fellas, Peach and Cook. Have been playing good footy this season.
You can't fault them. There's a kick up and under. Did that sneak in?
That was Tardrew, that inside-out kick.
No, just out. So 4 are behind.
Yeah, so after, you know, losing Matty Dennis, the experience of Matty Dennis leaving Palmerston to go to Southern Districts, you know, Cook and Peach have stepped up, and they're trying really hard every week. Nightcliff now with the turnover. Wild handballs it to Ryan Nyhouse. He goes backwards again. Little handball over the top.
Oh,
high on Rinaldi, not called. Handball backwards now by Twycross. And a little kick by the Tigers, and they've found, I think that's Wild again.
Yeah, I reckon that's Wild as well. Wheels around, and there's a ping, and it's hit the post halfway up.
He hasn't kicked one tonight, Wild. He's been trying hard, but he'll be a bit frustrated that he hasn't kicked one already in a high-scoring game. So the score now, Nightcliff 18-19, 127. Magpies 1-4-10 as Waylon Davey just does the shoelaces up, and he'll bring the ball back in. The rain's gone now.
He goes to the far side. He has a bounce, mind you. He has a second bounce. He goes long, but parked underneath it. Tigers players, but fist in there by Young. So boundary throw in. They've moved it just backwards the centre wing here, the Palmerston Magpies.
24.5 minutes into this third quarter. There's not too much time left.
Nah, 4 goals kicked in this quarter. So like you said, it was the 9-goal first quarter. And umpires picked up a throw. So free kick going the way of the Maggies. Got a lead up forward, goes to that lead. Just had enough legs to get over the top. Close to the boundary line here. Outnumbered, the Maggies gets boot to ball, but well read by the Tigers defence back there. Picked it up too easily there, Wines. Now they switch the play. They're going to come down the corridor. Brody Philo takes it, handballs over the top. Can't take a bounce there because the ball won't come back to you, so you had to kick it. Chopped off here by the Maggies defender in Hucker. Waylon Davey absolutely one of his best games here tonight for the Palmerston Magpies, and that's the three-quarter time siren, Liz, and 4 goals kicked by the Tigers, but 1 by the Maggies.
Yeah, 4 goals, 5. So the score, Nightcliff 18-19, 127 to the Magpies, 1-4-10, 117-point margin going into the third quarter. We'll be back for the final quarter after these messages, so stick around and watch the last quarter with us.
Cazalys Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Cazalys Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Process. And a bit of constructive talk. I know it's hard, we've been all from the same footy club, but we've come together for this. Show that passion in the NT Guernsey, get in their face.
Here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Played their hearts out, and obviously it's not what we play, 6-6-6 and 7 on the bench, so it was a little bit different, but you know what, we can't ask for anything more. The girls put their bodies on the line, and they went in and they went hard, and you know, some of it was unrewarded, but that's footy.
to Cazalys Arena for the final quarter of this round 13 game between the Palmerston Magpies and the Nightcliff Tigers. And it is the Nightcliff Tigers 18-19, 127, leading the Magpies 1-4-10. They've been dominant as expected. Adrian Scott with 3 goals, Zach Moody with 3 goals, and a number of individual goal kickers. And Palmerston in the third quarter kicked their first goal through Tyson Young. So big last quarter coming up, Tash.
Yeah, the positives they need to take out of this, the Maggies, is just try and at least stay even with them in this last quarter. Don't let them, kick a bag of goals. At least try and take some positives. But, I'm really impressed with Tyson Young's game tonight for the Palmerston Magpies, but also Waylon Davey. Like I said, I think it's one of his best games, 4 quarters of consistent footy.
Yeah, and playing in a different role.
Yeah, in the back line, yeah.
Getting lots of experience. So back underway here, and Palmerston trying to take it away. Players going without the ball as Nightcliff get wrapped up. The ball comes out the back. Cooper Darms is there, but the Palmerston player wraps it up.
And we speak about their number 4, number 6, Waylon Davey, Tyson Matiazzo that's out there as well. They're all pretty much under 18, under 19, so very young team against a very experienced team.
Absolutely. Speaking of experience, Brodie Philo coming out with it now. I can't wait to see his stats after this game when they come out next week. He's racked up the possessions tonight as that ball goes across the line in front of the Nightcliff interchange bench.
I love just off camera there that Cameron Eilert was front and centre of that, didn't trap the footy, apologises to his teammates. Not anyone could do that, to actually trap it, but he expected himself to. That's his high standards that he holds.
Got lovely manners as the ball gets thrown in. Peach just smashes it away. He's tried hard for his team, tapping it forwards now to the advantage of the player there in Young. But Nightcliff getting that kick away now through Tardrew. It was exciting in that first quarter. Tapping it out in front of himself, Butcher. The big man picks it up, runs it round. And
has he got enough on it? No.
Has a shot, but gone through for a behind. So the opening score of this final quarter is a behind to Nightcliff. 18-21, 129, leading the Magpies 1-4-10.
Waylon got a little bit of treatment as well. At 3/4 time from the trainer, I think on his calf, so hopefully that's okay. It looks to be strapped up.
Have calf injuries at that young age, but
hopefully it's just a corky or something like that. So held up there, Peach again.
Yeah, speaking of Young, he was Palmerston's highest disposal getter last week with 33, which was a pretty good effort in their game against the Tiwi Bombers.
But tosses it up, Peach comes through. Trying to get it down to a teammate. Edmonds is there, puts pressure on Wild. Wild gets the handball out though. Chain of handballs there. Wild gets it back, can run into an open goal, and he's nailed that one. No, he's missed. Just watching that track through, probably had a bit more time than what he thought, and actually put himself under pressure there with the Palmerston defender running at him. See a few teammates in the background waving their arms up as well, so burnt a few teammates there. Wild.
Parry now bringing it back in for the Magpies. He's going to stay, someone down on the ground with cramp, stay this side. Players flying for the ball but unable to get it. Yeah, the handball goes out to Darms, centres it, and Wild once again. Surely he'll kick this one. He's been trying all night to kick a goal. Hasn't kicked one yet. Cameron Wild with that the blonde hair. Plays on quickly and goes through for his first goal of the evening and Nightcliff's 19th goal, Tash. Wild with that one.
5.
So the score now, Nightcliff 19, 22, 136, leading the Magpies 1-4-10. They've been pretty impressive.
Yeah, Waylon's come off the trainer, so looks like the calf injury might have been his night. It was good that we've seen Parry come back on, but look, Will's out since the first quarter with a glute injury, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I saw Willsey at 3/4 time. He had a shower and got changed, and he was out there helping in the huddle, which was fantastic leadership by him. Played his 250th game a week or so ago.
Last week.
Yeah, so good for him to still be out there giving his experience to the rest of the team.
So just waiting, umpires just holding up a bit of play here. Tosses it up now.
I want to know how they know where the centre circle is, Tash,
Yeah,
because it's all mud out there.
We didn't today, so a couple of times the Tigers ruck was like, oh, umpire, can you make sure that you at least keep sort of a circle, because we were right behind them. But yeah, it was hard conditions. You can't see any paint really out there at the moment.
Wild now with the handball over the top. Adrian Scott traps it. He runs in for goal, and he's kicked his 4th of the evening. Adrian Scott kicked 3 in the first quarter, and now he's given a few off tonight in some unselfish play. Kicked his 4th.
He's got to go get the footy.
Go jump the fence.
This is gold.
Get the footy. So the score now, Nightcliff Tigers 20, 22, 142. Magpies 1-4-10. He's going all the way out the back. If you're going to kick it that far, you've got to go and get it yourself.
He's got to go. He's got to find it that though. But look, got no light. Doesn't know where it is.
Our cameraman's doing a good job. There's a tiger in the bushes, Tash, looking for the ball.
And he's found it. Must have been glowing in there.
Well done, Adrian. That's one for the highlights reel this week.
Definitely. There's Brownie running out. Oh, they've put him forward as well. Brownie. Oh, they've got the other footy, so that's why Brownie was running to get into the forward 50, waiting for this ball to come back, but they've actually grabbed another one.
So that rain has stopped now, and we're back underway in the middle.
H again with the tap out. Trying to pick up there by Eilert. He's going to get it back. No, in the mud. Just tapping it to himself. Absolutely ripped off the footy there. The umpire said that was okay. Young just handballs it to space. Young fella there in Banderson couldn't get there. Now they go forward. Arms. Oh, that was Wild, sorry. Handballs to a teammate. They go forward here. The Tigers punched away close to the boundary line. Scott's there again. Tigers player held without the footy. Umpire said play on. Philo kicks it into the corridor. Brownie nearly gets there. Will regather. Gets the handball off in the same motion. Great hands there by Brownie. Showed some slick skills in these conditions. And the goal was kicked by... This is always the interesting part.
Not sure. I thought it was a player with 20-something on his back who didn't quite pick that up.
Running back.
Have to go and ask the scorers about that one. Di Barella in there doing a great job.
Yeah, it's a bit hard tonight, but
so
I thought it was Kennedy running back, or no, it wasn't him.
I thought there was a 20 on the back. But Nightcliff Tigers 21-22, 148, leading the Magpies 1-4-10 at the 6.5-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Hey.
Player, it was
Twycross.
So one in the third, one in the fourth.
He's kicked 2 goals. Maggies go forward. How does it bounce? Not kindly for the Maggies. Getting back there was Waters. He couldn't get it. Maggies need to do their best to trap it in here. Shot on goal. There's 2 to beat. Just trying to bust his way through, but Norton takes the mark, gives it to Paris. Paris handballs to Eilert. Eilert fumbles the footy but has time to recover. Gets it on the right boot, looking for a teammate to clear the defensive 50. There's the goal kicker and Twycross. Gives it to Moody. Moody to Kennedy. Kennedy couldn't take it. Philo just over the head, knew that Moody was there. Goes through the middle. Ladis kicks it forward. Parry couldn't trap it. Getting back, there's Nyhouse. He's short. Handball it over the top. He does. And Brownie. So Brownie's kicked a goal. Not very often you see him going forward, and that's where they've put him in this last quarter. He's just come off the interchange bench. And he's kicked a goal. Look at him get around him as well.
He wanted it. He's usually a defender. It's always good fun when you get to push forward and kick a goal. He's been a stalwart of the Nightcliff Tigers for the last decade. Premiership captain, former NT Thunder player, and just a good fella, Brownie. If you need a plasterer in Darwin, Brown's Plastering. There's a plug for you, Brownie. So Nightcliff now 22-22, 154, leading the Magpies 1-4-10. Nathan Brown, the goal kicker there, 8 minutes into the final quarter.
So just wait for the players to set here.
I've got 13 goal kickers, Tash, for this evening for Nightcliff. So Peach taps it down. That kick comes out now. The 2 number 6s going at it. Kick off the ground by the Tigers. Everyone misses it. But Philo's there. Just traps it one-handed. His trademark running kick.
Oh, Brownie.
Brownie unable to...
He's on fire down the forward line. Wants to kick a bag in the last quarter.
It's a slippery, wet old ball, that one, as Ryan Nyhouse sees it across the line.
So Brownie nearly got there, testing those old hammies. So we'll set here up the rucks. You see Paige there. A lot of tired players here. Looking forward to the full-time siren, I'd say. When Mavros gives it to Edmonds. Edmonds, quick hands to Young. Young kicks it forward, but straight down the throat of Butcher. Ignores the runner in Henderson. Then goes long into space, looking for Brownie once more. Intercepted there by a fist by the Maggies, but a chain of hand passes. Brownie, and he's kicked his second within a couple of minutes. So Nathan Brownie is going to maybe kick 2 or 3 down there. That's his second.
Yeah, 2 goals in the final quarter for Nathan Brown as he tries to catch his breath. Now working hard in the forward line. Nightcliff 23-22, 160, leading the Magpies 1-4-10. So 150-point margin at the 10-minute mark of the final quarter. It's been impressive display by the Nightcliff Tigers tonight, and their coach, Lee Crossman, would be pretty happy.
Yeah, Waylon Davies gone back out there, so that's good news. Still with a bit of a limp.
So as we know, Josh Heath finished up as the coach of Palmerston this week. So the coach for tonight is Benjamin Price, Nathan Wills and David Moore assisting him.
So smash forward there by the Tigers in Butcher that's gone into the ruck. So pretty handy when you've got John Butcher to chop out in the ruck. Wild gets it. Should have handballed back to a teammate, then goes long. He still wants to get that goal. Liz, and Brownie's nearly taken a miracle mark, but he handed it off to Moody. I reckon Moody's gone back and slotted that, and he's got his 4th.
That was really clever by Nathan Brown. After he couldn't mark it, he just tapped it up so that the running player in Moody could run onto it. So as you said, Tash, Moody's kicked 4, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the fourth. And the score now, Nightcliff 24-22, 166, leading the Magpies 1-4-10. So
6 goals kicked in this last quarter so far.
Yeah, 156-point margin.
Yeah, that'll help their percentage.
Certainly will.
To claim, as you said, top spot. They'll get outright.
Yep. St Mary's with the bye this weekend.
And that doesn't include the if Crocs win next week because they lost
tomorrow.
Last week. Yeah.
Yeah, Crocs play Buffs tomorrow. I'll have a quick look on the ladder as we get ready to get play back under the way. No, Crocs, we have St Mary's, Nightcliff and Pint on 32.
Yep.
So, yeah, Nightcliff will go a game clear.
So Pint looking like they'll play their first finals ever since being in the competition, joining last season. So that's really good work there by Shannon Motlop.
Yeah, Crocs going down to St Mary's last week. That pushed them down the ladder, and St Mary's had 2 losses just before Christmas and 1 in the third quarter to Tiwi where the game was called off.
Yeah, the game was called off. So, unlucky with that one, but...
They were unlucky, but that's the rules if you're ahead in the third quarter and the game gets called off, and that was over on the Tiwi Islands due to lightning. So we're just
waiting for a footy.
For something to happen here. So, yeah, Nightcliff will go a game clear on the ladder with this win.
So they're having a laugh down there because Tigers had to go get the footy again and they wouldn't start until someone got the footy. So kick forward here again by the Tigers into a bit of space. Good hands there, just handballs out into space and a good mark. Fortunate mark there taken by the Tigers in the right place at the right time. Just waiting for that player to turn around. Don't know if it's Garnham. No, 18. So Politis with an opportunity to become the 14th goal kicker for the Tigers. So he goes back, comes in now. Looks good off the boot, but just misses to the right. Waylon Davey quickly runs down there to get the footy with the kick-out duties. Plays on quickly. Oh, dangerous. Nearly cut off there by Politis. Just fends off. They're too strong for the Tigers there. And again, the ball goes in. And I think that's Boyo Paris.
So Jonathan Paris has come down from defence now. He wants a goal. In the twilight of his career, he's been an an unbelievable player for Nightcliff and a premiership player for NT Thunder as well. Became a dad recently to little Rafa with his partner Kaya. So enjoying fatherhood as he puts this on the right. High kick.
Looks good, and he's kicked it. That's a good goal. So Jonathan Perez gets himself on the board, so that's 14. He's a forward. You can hear that was Norton, the defender that usually plays down back with Jono Perez is yelling out he's a forward now. So the two forwards, here they go. So Brownie and Boyo tracking back to their usual territory.
The colourful boots, orange boots and blue boots. And the score is now Nightcliff 25 goals, 23 behinds, 173 to the Magpies 1 for 10. So 48 scoring shots, the Nightcliff Tigers tonight.
And they missed a lot of gettable goals as well, Liz. So we could have easily had 35, at least 10 of those, at least. Of those 23 behinds were gettable goals. So
10 points in the second quarter, I think it was, they kicked.
Could have been a lot bigger scoreline here. So Wild gets it moving forward as Philo just gets up absolutely covered in mud this time. He was in the wettest patch of that mud area. You cannot see his jumper or his shorts or his legs. He is absolutely covered.
His good mate Sean Kavanagh on the sidelines is giving him a lot of lip tonight, so I'm sure he has something to say as Nightcliff send it in.
Second grab.
And now Henderson has taken a mark at the top of the goal square, and another defender for the Nightcliff Tigers. He's going to have a shot on goal and become 15th?
Yeah, I think
scorer.
it's 15th.
I'm going to count them now.
So Brownie's coming off now. Norton's going to go back on. So he's had his spell, kicked his 2 goals, Brownie, with his stint up forward.
Yeah, they've had 14 goal scorers. Henderson goes in and puts it through for his first goal of the game, becomes the Nightcliff's 15th goal scorer tonight, and that score now 26-23, 179 Nightcliff, leading the Magpies 1 for 10. Billy Henderson kicking that goal.
So we've still got a bit of time kicking. They kicked so far 8 goals in this last quarter, so it's going to be big time on. They could actually crack the 200 mark here in this game.
They very well could. And Billy Henderson, originally from Victoria, from Torquay in the AFL Barwon League down near Geelong, and has also spent time on Werriby's list in the VFL, but second season in the NTFL playing for the Nightcliff Tigers. So coming up to the 17-minute mark of the final quarter, 169-point lead to the Tigers. John Butcher smashing it out of the ruck, picked up by Wild. Peach running hard along with his teammate there in Gould. But Nightcliff now kicking it off the ground, and that was Tardrew. Little handball back to Wild. He goes with the long handball out in front of a player. Oh, player met hard there, but it is Politis who runs through, puts it on the boot, top of the goal square. Almost a mark to the Tigers.
Oh, and a bit of pressure. They'll rush it now.
Waylon Davey rushing that through for a behind.
He grabs the footy handballs to a teammate. I think that's such Taylor. Plays on, comes to this near side. Oh, smashed away there. You could hear that. Norton tries to kick it off the ground. Edmonds couldn't take it. Young gives it out to Lua. Lua tracking the footy. But without it there was Young. Scott's got it. Handballs to a teammate. Just quickly off the left. Come off the side of his boot. That was Garnham. And out of bounds on the full.
Bit more cramp there, just at the bottom of the screen. Good sportsmanship by Boyo Perez to help out there. But yeah, 4 goals to Adrian Scott tonight, 4 to Zach Moody, 3 to Lachlan Tardrew, 2 to Twycross and 2 to Butcher, plus a number of individual goal kickers for the Tigers so far. Magpies bring it back in. Tigers fly. Loose ball there. Players going to ground. But comes out. Magpies now. Edmonds with a little handball. Peach has got it. He's been good tonight. He's tried hard. That muddied Brody Philo there. Just as well we know who he is. Lovely kick there to Politis. Just hits him on the chest. Politis now looking for the lead, but punched away by the Magpies defence. It's a 170-point margin here at the 19-minute mark of the final quarter.
And young Holton is coming off with cramp. He'll be replaced by Banderson for the Maggies. Comes back in. So boundary throw in. Dangerous position here for the Tigers. Good percentage win they'll have here tonight. Maggie's under a bit of pressure. Young's back in there, trying to win the footy for his team. It's going to be a ball up. Still just in the defensive 50 here for the Maggies.
Yeah, Butcher pushed out there, but a kick away hits the hands there of the Nightcliff player. Kick off the ground, and that was Mitchell Norton.
So all the defenders have got a goal here.
So their 16th goal kicker in this game is Mitchell Norton, with just an opportunistic kick off the ground, and he's pretty happy about that one. He's even high-fiving the runner.
Yep, there he goes, trudging down to the back line once again. So just really rotating their players through the ground here, the Tigers.
And the 20-minute mark now of the final quarter. Nightcliff 27-24, 186, leading the Magpies 1-10, 176-point margin.
There's Nyhouse and Islet just working out who's going where. So Islet's going on the wing. Nyhouse runs down to the forward 50.
Mitchell Norton with that goal. He's from South Australia. He played 181 games with the Nooriyupta Rovers Football Club in the Barossa Light and Gawler Football Association. So, and has made the move up to Darwin.
Yeah, I've been so impressed with these games this season. Taken some real quality full forwards and have shut them down. Philo with the clearance and straight down the throat of Darms, I think that is. Darms handballs to Philo. Philo kept running and then has a shot on goal, and he has
hit the post.
That's the fourth poster, I think, today.
Yeah, they're edging closer and closer to that 200-point mark. The score 27-25, 187. Nightcliff leading the Magpies 1-10 as the Magpies bring it in down the scoreboard side. Peach taps it away. Edmonds runs onto it now and gives the little hands off, but it's intercepted by Butcher, who gives it off. Nightcliff with possession. Adrian Scott kicks it in over the back. Ryan Nyhouse drops the mark, but he gets the ball.
He hasn't kicked a goal yet.
Gets slung as he kicks it, and he's lies down in frustration.
I was just going through the team sheet to see who hasn't kicked a goal, and he's
Ryan
played.
Nyhouse.
Yeah, he's played mostly up in the forward line tonight, but he hasn't snagged a goal yet, and all his defenders have gone down there and snagged one. So
he's had a good game, nevertheless.
Norton.
Yeah, good mark there by Norton. Maybe he'll get one now.
Darms.
There he dropped it again.
He's dropped it under pressure. Good work there by the Maggies defenders. Waters had that. For Palmerston, just looking to clear the footy. Philo just always doing the team thing and kicks it out to Wines, and he hasn't got on the scoreboard yet either. And they're really chipping it around here, taking a bit high, so it's going to be a free kick there. And 50.
I think it's Politis getting up off the ground.
And he hasn't kicked one either, but not quite sure what the 50 was for, but
so Politis.
Yep, he's going to get himself on the scoreboard. Don't want to jinx him, but so Politis
puts it through. Nice and easy, and becomes the 17th goal kicker for the Nightcliff Tigers this evening. That score now, Nightcliff 28, 26, 194. To the Magpies 1-10. And Politis has played for the Tigers his whole career, I think. He debuted a couple of seasons ago, and he's been really handy for the Tigers, a local product. Got a Rising Star nomination last season in round 13. So 23 and a half minutes into this final quarter, and that margin is 184 points. 17 goal kickers to the Nightcliff Tigers tonight.
10 goals in this last quarter as well. So we were hoping that the Maggies could try and get some positives out of this last quarter. And Peach looks like he's hurt himself, limping out of that contest. Maggies try and tap it out. Bold was in the way, picked up by Moody. Moody gives it up to Twycross. Twycross goes backwards.
So there's 5 players for Nightcliff that haven't kicked a goal.
Yeah, it's easy to go who hasn't kicked a goal than who has.
I'll tell you who they are in a minute.
Waylon Davey handballs to Banderson. Banderson will try and give it back to Davey, but Tycross got in the way. Wild goes forward. Parked underneath it was Parry. Good body work there. Goes in for a second effort, gets it to the big ruckman. Peach just manages to get boot to ball, but intercepted here by the Tigers in Vile. Gives it off to a teammate. They drive it into the forward 50. And a drop mark. Does he keep it in? No.
So the players who haven't kicked a goal, Brett Kennedy, Ryan Nyhouse, Ben Vile, Stanley Cox and Luke Wines. So I can see a few of them in the forward line and they'll be looking for them, Tash.
Yeah, they might get a few fines tonight maybe.
Especially Ryan Nyhouse. He's had a couple of goes at it.
Couple of goes and been down there pretty much the whole time as well. So, yeah, they've done really well and a good spread. So Young just missed his boot there. Turnover by Garnham. And that's gone. That's just bounced inside. So another boundary throw and deep in the left forward pocket here for the Tigers.
25-minute mark has just ticked over. Nightcliff 28-26, 194, leading the Magpies 1-4-10. We'll have to do some best players too, Tash.
Oh, I reckon Brody Filo's up there for sure. Tudru started the game really well, kicked 3 goals. I haven't really seen too much of him after half-time, though.
Palmerston just clearing that out.
Butcher's been consistent.
Chain of handballs now by the Tigers. Little kick by Billy Henderson. Finds Cooper Darms there, hard up against the boundary line.
I think my 3 votes, if I had to give him, would go to Adrian Scott, though.
Yeah,
I think he really opened the game up.
Especially 3 in the first quarter. Kick now by Darms. Flyer at the back was Nyhouse. Hits the deck. Nyhouse over the top of it. He can't pick it up through his legs. Player coming through for Palmerston. Trying to clear it out, but still a loose ball on the ground. Wild picks it up, has a shot on goal, and he has kicked his second in this quarter. Cameron Wild with that one.
He's kicked his second.
Yeah, so Cameron Wild, he's had a good game and he's had a lot of shot on goals, but just the 2 for him in this final quarter.
Yeah, really picked it up after half-time, Wild. And I guess, you know, when you look at it, yeah, they've hit the 200 mark. But when you look at it, there's been winners across the ground everywhere. There's not one player that you could pick out of the Tigers that hasn't had a good game. Probably Rinaldi, probably a little bit quiet in the second half, but really there's been ball winners and contributors across the board there.
So the score now, Nightcliff 29-26, 200, leading the Magpies 1-4-10, 190-point margin, and the Tigers have kicked 11 goals, 7 in this final quarter.
And for the Maggies, I'd go with Peach and Gook and Waylon Davey, Tyson Young and Edmonds would be the better players.
Yeah, Tigers on the run now again through Scott, puts it on the right. Nyhouse at the back, the back, and guess what? Stanley Cox has kicked a goal, so that becomes 18 goal kickers for the Nightcliff Tigers, and that means only 4 of them out there haven't kicked a goal tonight. So Nightcliff 30-26, 206, leading the Magpies 1-4-10 at the 27.5-minute mark of the final quarter.
Yeah, so he's avoided the fine.
He has. So that leaves Brett Kennedy, Ryan Nyhouse, Ben Vile and Luke Wines, the only Nightcliff players who haven't kicked a goal yet tonight.
The ball comes back in to the middle.
And you can hear the encouragement from the ground, from the crowd now.
Yeah, they're all getting a little bit unsettled now, waiting for this siren, I think. Crowd and the players. As much as it's, you know, not stinking hot, it's a lot tiring, very taxing, these conditions on players. Oh, got his head ripped off there. So free kick going the way of Moody.
Had a good game tonight, Moody. Kicked 4 goals. But turned that one over Peach. He's tried really hard tonight, Peach. He really has. Big fella.
He's probably been their best player. Probably fighting that mantle with Waylon Davey tonight, I feel.
Yeah, just writing his name down. As the ball comes out to Adrian Scott, he takes a little bounce, lowers the eyes, kicks it to a teammate, gives the hands off And another handball now. This is Wines. He hasn't kicked a goal tonight.
Oh, and he's missed.
Oh, he's missed. He would have reduced the number to 3. Non-goal kickers for this Nightcliff side.
The captain will want to get on the board, I tell you that much.
I thought that was a certain goal. The score, Nightcliff 30-27, 207 as Palmerston take a mark. Ryan Nyhouse working hard to intercept it. Big kick out of defence, but great mark there. They're going to centre it now, looking for Garnham. Kicks it inside.
Oh, who can get on the list?
Wines gives the hands off. And a nice, easy goal to Cooper Darms. So he kicked 1 in the first, and this is his second goal now in the final quarter, and that margin just really blowing out now. Nightcliff 31-27, 213, leading the Magpies 1-4-10.
Yeah, good spread as we've spoken about. Players, so what did they kick? 12 goals in this last quarter. No, 13.
Yep.
So 13 goals. Look at the behinds, but so... It's that 58 scoring shots.
Yep.
A few out of bounds on the full. But, yeah, 58 scoring shots to 5.
And, yeah, like we've said a number of times, we'll look at the stats when they come out on Monday, and I think Brody Philo will be up the top there for the Nightcliff Tigers. He's just had it on a string tonight, even in these muddy and wet conditions.
He's racked it up as he goes again. Gets to him, he gets it, handballs out. Another stat racked up for him. These conditions do not faze him whatsoever. Pulled off the footy there was the Tigers player in Garnham, and there's the siren to end the misery for the Palmerston Magpies here tonight. 1-4-10 to 31-27. So 213 points, 203 points the difference, and yeah, good spread of players for the Tigers tonight.
Absolutely. They just dominated with the 9-goal opening quarter and stayed like that all night. And the final score, Nightcliff 31-27, 213. Magpies 1-4-10. We've covered the best players. And as we said, Brody Philo just had the ball on a string. Thank you, Tash.
Thanks, Liz. Always good calling with you.
Yeah, great effort for you to play and then run off and join the commentary team. My name's Liz Cruz. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great weekend. There's another game on the live stream tomorrow, which is Southern Districts and the Darwin Buffaloes. Otherwise, we'll see you all next week.